I got in there, never dealt weed, didn't know what good weed was or nothing. So the guys that was in the singing group, they told me how to break it down and all, because I didn't know. So one particular goddamn fighter who came in, his name was Sam, ended up being my right hand man later. He got excited when he seen it, and he asked me could he take one to go sell it, so on and so forth. He was going back and forth, so we know I sold the whole thing. Went back to my brother, got a couple of bells. Another guy came over, so on and so forth. Well, you know what? I called my brother back. I needed more, and he told me, "Goddamn, man, I was just trying to help you out. I wasn't trying how you run through my whole bag." And me being the most, I said, "Man, I don't want to hear that shit. My bitch done left me. Give me that shit. I'm gonna bust your goddamn head." I loved it, man. I loved it.
Okay, so now you start moving marijuana with.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, marijuana is somewhat calm. It's not as cutthroat as cocaine or heroin.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. It's much more common. It's a different class of drug dealers. Total different class. And we started to proceed with that. And he was taking like, I think he was getting like, they was running like 750, 800 pounds. He was splitting it with a white boy out of Arizona. And they was taking like 2 months with this shit. So basically, he just got that. I ran through them everything he had. The Mexicans down in Arizona had us pulled from JD, pulled that. I ran through that, and I think maybe after like 2 loads, they wanted to increase. So they started increasing, and I was basically running through the whole thing for the most part. And as you stated, that level of dealer is totally different from your crack. And to me, heroin dealers are not as bad as crack, from my personal experience.
Okay, so how did the cartel connect come about?
The Cartel Connect came about with as I continued to start to move this marijuana, we got up to like maybe they were sending like 2 or 3 tons at a time, and it was moving.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you for a second. How do you pick up and get 2 to 3 tons of marijuana at a time? Like, how do they get them to you? That's a lot.
Trucks, semi trucks.
Okay. So you go meet up a semi truck and you would unload 3 tons.
God damn.
The actual process was they would let us know when a truck was coming our way. We had a place where the truck would pull into, and we had so much time that we had to hit the truck and unload the truck. So we would have guys with us, and let's say the load may be in the middle of the truck. So guys may have to climb over the top of the load and start handing them over, whatever. We got big white cargo vans, in some cases U-Haul trucks, and we loaded them up, get the stuff off, and that was pretty much the process.
During this time, was there a situation where the cops showed up,
Never.
busted everybody,
Never.
or what about a load that was supposed to come never made?
The load was supposed to come that did not make it, and it's actually if any of your audience get my book, El Primo, the Black End of the Sinaloa Cartel, all the details are in there, and how do I say this without saying names? There was a load that was coming that never made it to us, and we just didn't hear no more about it. But then it happened again. We turned in money, and then the money never made it down because the truck got caught, allegedly. So work stopped coming for a while, and at this particular time, I'm going back and forth down into Arizona. I'm going to the strip club down there and all that. But unbeknownst to me, a young lady that I meet that I named Baby Doll is actually dating the uncle of the plug that's sending us the marijuana. She cuts into me and starts dating me for me coming up in the strip club with some of those guys that she knew that I didn't know she went ahead and told me that the driver had claimed that he had got pulled over, stopped, and all this, and the money was confiscated. Same thing that happened with one of the Lowe's allegedly, but he made up fake paperwork and turned in to his uncle that his uncle in turn showed the cartel. And the cartel found out that they lied. So, to answer your question, that's what happened in a couple of situations.
So 3 tons of marijuana, how much did that cost you?
Like I said, I'm the worst with numbers. My brother was ripping me off. He was charging me like 925, 950, some old crazy shit, and was charging other people less than that. So I mean, if you was probably to do the math on that shit.
Okay, and was the money paid up front or was it on consignment?
No, money's never paid up front. Everything is sent on consignment. You move it, and you turn the money in. But it got to the point that we were moving so quick, they would have the truck bring it and have the truck actually stay and tell us they may need 1.2 or 1.5 right back. So my guys that I was dealing with had built up money, so when they knew it was coming, one guy might have 200,000, another guy might have 400,000, or they had guys coming in from Ohio that would just leave their money and go party until the load come in. So when it got in, it wasn't nothing to put a million, million point one, million point two together to throw right back on the truck.
Well, you always pay, but when it comes to the cartel, if you don't pay, what have you seen happen?
It depends on what type of account you are. If you are a valuable account, they work it out with you. Because at the end of the day, like I stated before, this is a business. Everybody thinks that cartel is just shoot 'em up, kill you, cut your head off, and fuck your ass, or whatever. But that's not the case. This is actually a fucking business. And what people don't understand is that the cartel got to pay too. If the cartel controls the plaza, it has to pay the government every quarter. So if you are a major account and you moving a lot of work, they don't want you getting in trouble. They don't want you killing nobody. They used to tell me that somebody ran off, fuck them, just don't deal with them anymore. Because the account is what's most valuable, and people don't know that they actually sell accounts. Let's get a little ahead of it, but
Okay, so during this time, I'm sure there's instances where people didn't pay you. They messed up the money, they tricked her off on girls, they whatever, they ripped you off on purpose and told you that it wasn't their fault. How would you deal with that?
glad this is what must be understood. There are tiers of drug dealers. Those problems you get, and I hate to sound like that, you get with peasant drug dealers. You don't get those problems with real drug dealers that are elite drug dealers that appreciate being able to spend the amount of money they want to spend, get the amount of drugs they want to get without having to bring guns and that bullshit. Usually guys at the highest level don't carry because they don't need to. They're basically politicians, underworld politicians. So guys that's robbing at those are peasants. I know there's gonna be a lot of people upset with me, but fuck you. That's just the reality.
My mentor was Dante Fat Tater Barksdale. He was the nephew of Avon Barksdale, who The Wire was about. Most towns that have a port, you have direct connection to whatever it is that's coming off of those boats. That's the thing that makes Baltimore unique. It's an open air drug market. You can hop off the highway right now and pull up anywhere and get something if you ask for it. You got one. The projects don't shut down. It's like a 7-Eleven. You come in anytime. As the new guy on the block, like, oh yeah, I'm already gonna kill them. Just get the stuff together. We're gonna open up tomorrow. They're gonna be dead tonight. Murder is a part of the business in Baltimore. I don't think heroin can even sell anymore. It's all fun. They shooting it, snorting it, smoking it. Man, you got people making $30,000, $40,000 a day. The one
the streets during the same years that HBO was filming their iconic television show, The Wire. Carl breaks down everything that The Wire got right and what it didn't, and reveals how the drug trade actually works in Baltimore, which to this day is still one of the most crime-ridden, drug-infested cities in America. Carl got out of the game a few years ago and is today a drug rehab counselor and helps run a nationwide foundation called Baltimore Recovery Alliance, which you can check out if you have a loved one struggling with addiction. This is one of the most raw, unfiltered insights into the most fascinating inner-city slum in modern times. We all watch The Wire, but this man lived it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Carl Johnson, right here on The Connect with Johnny Mitchell. What's up, everybody? It's Baltimore in the house this week. I can't wait for you to see this one. Real quick, as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the alert bell. Smash that like button and drop a comment. It's really been helping our videos get out to more people, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now enjoy Baltimore Carl. So, obviously The Wire was like a show that defined my generation, our generation, people that came of age in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it was fascinating because I'm looking at a city that in the modern era operates like it's stuck in the 1970s. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see that.
Open air drug markets, like people ODing in broad daylight, alleyways, shootings. You're like, oh, this doesn't happen in America anymore. In like a northern city, but you're from there.
I can agree with that. I mean, Baltimore is that's why a lot of people, right? If you ever get a chance to check online, a lot of people will say that Baltimore is not a part of the DMV, which is geographically insane to say because it absolutely is. But Baltimore itself is its own thing. We're not DC, we're not Virginia, we're not Delaware, it's none of that. So you're right. And it's like a time capsule. It's a lot of things we do in Baltimore that a lot of people might not do, and you're right, it is open air drug market. And that's what makes it unique. This is what I said before. I learned that most towns that have a port, you have direct connection to whatever it is that's coming off of those boats. So there are people far beyond us, way more influential and richer, that have multiple things coming through those ports that we'll never know about. But guess what? They end up on these streets. In the famous words of Nino Brown, ain't no Uzis made in Harlem. So how is it so many guns on the streets of Baltimore? How is it so many drugs, on the streets of Baltimore? And when I say so many, I'm talking about it's a plethora. It's not your usual, like back in the day, coke, dope, and weed. No, you have at least 9 different variants of fentanyl, meaning that now, right? So in the field I'm in, we have the UA cups where if we have somebody, they do a UA, we'll see the fentanyl in it, right? But let's say John Doe is right here, and we see that he's noticeably high. We can see. But he has one of those variants in him. There's nothing that's going to show up in the cup. The cup can't catch it. But we see him right here nodding in front of us. So it's a problem. Just like, for instance, the Xylazine. The Xylazine, so the companies, they had to start making OpV. OpV is from the family of Narcan. You familiar with Narcan? All right, so Narcan, when you give somebody Narcan, it bonds to the opiate receptors, which will stop whatever overdose is about to happen. But the dealers are starting to now mix it with the Xylazine, which isn't an opiate. It's a sedative. So it means that I can hit you with 10 Narcans, and it's not going to save you because the Narcan doesn't bind to sedatives, and it's so much stronger. So it's like, man, they put so much. There's so many different things that these people are putting in the drugs that makes it. It's like Russian roulette. At least back in the day, right? Let's just say like how you were speaking earlier, like I say in the 80s, 90s, right? You pretty much knew what you were going to go get. You probably will overdose because of the potency of what somebody had if you was getting heroin, not what they're putting in it. That's a big difference. Back in the day, a brick of heroin would be like upwards of let's say like $100,000, right? So it costs to be a dope boy. You couldn't just say, I'm gonna go outside and sell some dope. You had to have, it was a machine. You had to know somebody who had the grams, and the grams had to be good. You had to know how to cut it. Once you had it cut, you had to know how to cap it. Once you capped it, you had to also have a team to sell it. It's a well-structured organization when you're selling heroin. But nowadays, right, a brick of fentanyl is around $7,000. But the profit margin is about the same as if you had the brick of heroin. You understand me? So meaning this, that any John Doe tax time to say, oh, I'm gonna go get me some fentanyl. But you don't have what we call table manners, meaning that you don't know how to cut it. See, back in the day, right, you used to have to get, your materials, cut it up, put it together, you let it sit, then you would put it out. And real heroin had an expiration, meaning that you had to sell it within a certain amount of time or it's going to go bad. Fentanyl don't go bad. If anything, fentanyl gets more potent over time. So now you have John Doe, who's never sold dope enough like that, but he sees that the value of dope is everywhere. It's like, okay, I can get rid of it. I know people who get high or whatever. So he doesn't know how to cut it. So guess what he does? This is what they do. They'll get a sandwich bag, put the fentanyl, put the cut in it, zip it up and just shake it up. And they'll sell it. Now that inherently is very, very dangerous because now you're not giving it a proper sift, which means that it's hot spots in it. Meaning that you and I could go get the same dope and I die from it and you don't because where they peeled my part of it up was so potent with fentanyl because it's not cut. You used to have sifters and stuff like that. You running it through. You sift it 100 times. You sift your cut 100 times. You sift your dope 100 times. Then you sift your cut and your dope together 100 times. It was a process. That's the era that I grew up in. Actually knowing that there were certain things you had to do to be successful in this game. So now these people it's Russian roulette.
So is the dope being sold on the streets of Baltimore, is it technically still heroin but just cut up with a bunch of fentanyl, or is it actually the fentanyl? Are the junkies just going straight to the fent?
It's all fentanyl. I don't think, I can't speak for other towns, right? But in Baltimore, I don't think heroin can even sell anymore. You have to think that fentanyl is several times more potent than heroin. So it's like, okay, we were getting double cheeseburgers for a long time, but now we got steaks. This is the mind of the user, I'm saying. Okay, so with this steak that I'm getting now, which would be the fentanyl technically, I would never go back to a burger. This is holding me longer, it's stronger, and that's the most important thing, that it holds them longer, meaning that they don't have to chase as much. Like I said, traditionally with heroin, it's an early morning thing. That's why we always had big rushes in the morning because everybody who worked and do dope, they would have to get it before they go to work. So
They get sick.
yeah, that's to get sick. But now with fentanyl, it's not like that. The fentanyl will hold them longer, but the flip side of that is the fentanyl is doing a lot of physical damage on the inside that we don't know about. You gotta think heroin's been out for a long time. So if I grew up a dope fiend, my uncle was a dope fiend, I pretty much know the 30 years he's been doing dope, I already know what the elements will be. And I know what to look out for. But with fentanyl, it's kind of comparison to the vapes. Like, okay, if my mom smoked cigarettes forever, right? Okay, I know cancer, I know this, I know that can happen, but the vapes is still kind of like a gray area. You don't really know what that's doing to you. So that's the thing with fentanyl. It's not really, it hasn't been out long enough to really say definitively what it's doing to people. But what we do know is the overdose rate is crazy. It's crazy.
Are the junkies, the fiends, which I know is disrespectful, but that's just how we talk, right? The dope fiends. Are there any more old school, traditional heroin, old black people going to cop heroin, or has the fent created a whole new market of young users, like users our age and younger?
It's a very good question. So, number one, nobody's looking for any heroin anymore. And the opiate crisis didn't really begin until people in middle America started really getting hooked onto it. See, as long as it was in the ghetto, it was fine. It was fine for poor people to die that day after day. But when people who are judges and doctors and lawyers, when their children started down from it, that's when this whole initiative began. That's when it became, oh, we got to do something about this. You know, because let me give you an example. So this is how it works. So let's just say, let's say Wyoming, right? Let's say I'm a rich white man from Wyoming, and my daughter has an opiate problem. There might be one program in Wyoming, and the wait list might be 3 years for her to get some help. So I start doing some research. Where can I get help for my daughter? Okay, I find out that Maryland has a plethora of programs, right? Okay. So I'm like, I can get her there this week, and she can get help because they have programs geared towards opiates. Okay, so we get her there, right? And she gets there, she starts getting the help and all of that. Remember, I'm wealthy. This is my daughter. So she's not a brokey coming to Baltimore. So then what happens is that she finds out once she's in the atmosphere that what she's been paying $1,000, $1,500 for is $3 in Baltimore. Yep.
Finding a therapist you actually connect with can feel like a lot to ask, but 82% of BetterHelp members.
Okay, so during that time, as you're working the crack houses, things go wrong on a regular basis. You're dealing with drug addicts, you're dealing with rival gangs, you're dealing with crooked cops, kick doors, and such. What do you think was the worst thing that you went through during this era?
The worst thing that I went through was when I was in Black Bottom.
So what you're saying is working in the crack house is actually better than what you came from.
Feels like hell of a step up. You got a chance to eat.
Okay. Well, here you are working in this environment, and then a situation comes up where you get locked up for 2 counts of first-degree murder. What exactly happened in that situation?
This is kind of tough for me to discuss because this was in what I like to classify as my barbaric era when I had not found myself yet, but just being candid, what I had noticed at that point of time, you had older guys that were dealing drugs that were not as vicious, or should I say, and it was an era of exploitation of young men below a certain age based on the laws of that time, because young people would not be charged like adults would be charged. So they would slap batteries in our back, so to speak, and we'll go. So to answer your question, we were part of a drug crew, because back then they were crews, spin off from the heroin era. And we were tasked with basically clearing out a block. This block was on Cedar Grove, right off Gratiot. And we were controlling that area at the time. And the guys that were older than us, they wanted to clear out the block and get everybody off the block. And me having experience from with the chambers, I knew how to do it. So they sent us out, and that's what we want to do on this particular day. We ran up in the house, and things got kind of crazy.
Well, I guess that there was a shooting through a wall that ended up killing somebody.
You ain't fucking around, nigga, Vlad. you want it all, baby. Well, I'm gonna go and give you a ticket. We went into the house. My best friend at the time had an AK-47. I had an automatic rifle. I can't remember exactly what it was. And we were telling everybody to get out. And he started to let loose. Boom, 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 boom. Throughout the whole house. And yeah. So it's kind of disturbing. But we left out the house, and what we didn't know is that a gentleman was hiding behind one of the walls, or whatever the case may be. and one of those 30-30s went through. It pierced him, and it lodged, but actually it busted the center block down the basement of the actual residence.
Okay, he ended up dead. And you were charged as accessory to murder now.
Because I was there with the gun, yes.
Okay, but you're a minor at this time. You're 16?
No, I think I'm 14. I'm the worst with dates, but I'm 14, 15-ish. And when we were convicted, we were actually convicted just before the state law had changed. So
Little boy's trying you out.
an adult.
Let do it.
And
Let do it.
all about rehabilitation, so we had to go through a bunch of psychiatric evaluations and all that if you're even interested in this part. And my psychiatrist, I guess, they wanted to put us in Green Oaks. Green Oaks is more like an adult prison to where
Yeah.
ISIL, you're locked down the majority of the day, or whatever the case may be. But the psychiatric evaluation that came back on me, they told the judge that I would love to be isolated, because I'm an extreme introvert. And they said that wouldn't help me. So they sent me to Boysville, Michigan, and Macon, Michigan. And in that particular program, you can never be alone. You have to be with like 3 or more at a time, or whatever the case may be. So they can keep me from isolating myself.
Okay, so you go through that program, but at 18 you get let out.
At 8, well, actually, my situation was different because the judge had actually come there and have some type of hearing to okay me being released. So my situation was a little different than traditional forms of release at that time.
Right, but you got lucky because if you got charged as an adult, you could have gotten 30 years. Maybe even life.
It would have been like, and at that point, there's a lot of violence going on in the city. You had the best friends going around. You had the Monster Crew, which is Clifford Jones. You had a lot of killing going around. So yeah.
When life happens, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Marcus. Even though he lost his job, he's not worried about finding a new health plan. There are many ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov or millions.
Fucking guy. Put that shit down. Fucking retarded, gang.
Alright, here we go. Today we have Donald Wayne Tompkins, aka El Primo, who worked his way up during the crack era in Detroit to eventually working directly with El Chapo and the Sinaloa cartel. El Primo, welcome to Planet TV.
I'm a little upset. Because when I came here, I wasn't able to find the makeup on. Where is the goddamn makeup on? There's no reason why Aries Spears will look better than me. I'm cuter than him.
Candace couldn't make it, man. She was in LA. She couldn't make it to Detroit today.
Talking about that blast shit.
Shout out to Candace. Shout out to Candace. Well, let's start at the beginning. So, born and raised in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Now, your mom passed away when you were 3?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, you did.
What happened with that?
Well, the unfortunate part about it, Vlad, I wish I could give you more details on it. The story is the same told to me.
It has came to my attention that this No Jumper employee just quit the podcast and is attempting to expose Adam 22 and other No Jumper employees and affiliates on the way out, claiming No Jumper is a police platform and they play police games. Adam a better man than me, bro. I'm not doing charity by hiring these bums and then having them come up there and act like they franchise players. The most recent bum that just quit No Jumper is the same dude who Adam had to regulate on camera in
Right, and the gang members tapped in and told you, bro, you got marked out by that white boy, man. What's going on? And what you did was you came on afterwards, after you got all the public backlash, and you said, I quit No Jumper. I'm done. This was the first time he quit, by the way. It didn't last more than 2 days. He was back at No Jumper podcasting like a MF.
But I decided just to reset, do my own thing on Bronze Arm, man. I wasn't fired. I gave him an ultimatum. I would have had that sit down that I wanted. I didn't wait. I requested it Wednesday, and I hit Josh and Adam Thursday. Hey, thanks for the opportunity, but that's my last Tuesday. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. And that was that.
Listen, bro, he was back within 2 days, man. He was back podcasting with Adam within 2 days because he understands the reality. If you leave No Jumper, you'll have to go back to get an interview in a stinky bedroom. A bedroom with dingy bed sheets and a soiled floor on a chair. But you pulled up to do a podcast in somebody's bedroom on a chair next to their bed. This is where you was in your media journey. But all you also soon to forget.
Choose Napa instead for your E&O. Rates are posted directly on Napa's site. And most importantly, there's no bait and switch. Visit napa-benefits.org today to learn more and buy coverage.
Right? You came with that white man platform, that white man turned you up, got you famous, got you lit, got you not rich because you're poor, but he got you some notoriety, some fame, and now you're assumed to forget that when you leave this platform, you'll be right back here. Sir? So what you popping it for? We know you're not going nowhere.
We go here, start on whatever you're doing there. I mean,
Adam a better man than me, bro. I don't wish I saved one of these dust buckets from doing interviews in bedrooms in the projects. And then he come to my fine establishment acting like he a superstar player, acting like he a deep. Man, send him right back to the bedroom, Adam. Send him back to the bedroom. And I don't care how much he begs, but send him back. Now, this time around, he has quit again. And he's apparently blaming me for why he has quit No Jumper.
So y'all for looking at this to better, right? So this Adam BMX buddy came up with Adam. I'm here. And Carl got the phone to the mic. Phil to the right. Jay on the other side of him. The whole time you here, I'm feeling like Phil, he got good vibes. He seemed like cool, but he wasn't looking on paddles. He gave all what he was looking for. I'm feeling him. I'm thinking he cool. But hold on. Toward the end of the pod, somebody texts, police in the parking lot. Police, I mean, wrap it up, right? There goes the neighborhood. So, Jay didn't call his girl out in the
doing that. Alright, stop it. One of these days you're gonna get let off in the back of the paddy wagon. I keep telling him this. So instead of taking accountability, he then wants to blame everybody else and claim there's this great conspiracy against him.
I go home, and here go Poetic Federal. His video is 2 hours old. He just posted. He reacted to Spody Face and Jay-Z going back and forth, right? Okay. He said Spody Face, real ninja. You know what I'm saying? They took it outside him and Jay-Z. Munchie's a buster. And, you know what I'm saying? You got a real alpha male in the room, and I'm on quiet. Munchie ain't gonna do nothing but shoot or something. And I'm like, why are you talking about me shooting somebody, right? But you go to Bell's Instagram, and he got pictures of his arm around Poetic Federal. So Poetic Federal then looked on this little story and called the police.
Please don't put Val in me and you issue. Man, Val did nothing wrong, bro. Val was having a good old time recording videos at the office doing his thing, okay? Don't put Val in me and you issues. Val is a good dude. He's a neutral dude. He don't get in nobody's problem. Val is the most unproblematic human being on the planet Earth. You got a problem with Val, then it's your fault. Like, so, Val's one of those dudes that you got a problem with Val, it's your fault. Because Val don't bother nobody. Now, me and you got some unresolved issues. And listen, man, alright, it's no secret. I hate you. I want the worst for you. I wish the worst on you. Right? You put pedo allegations on me that has been proven to be false. Okay? You literally came on your platform and lied and claimed I met a minor at No Jumper. And this girl has never been to No Jumper. Like, you just made up a story in your, like, you just made it up out of nowhere. So yeah, I hate you. I despise you. Alright? I wish everything bad on you. And I don't think anybody can blame me for wishing bad on you. I want you in the grave or in jail. I don't want you to prosper, bruh. At all. No, I want you to rot in misery.
That shit lame fucking.
Start a successful medical education journey
I ain't
from
gonna lie.
India to the U.S.
And nobody can blame me. Listen, nobody on earth can blame me for having those feelings, man. After they see you lie and get proven to be a liar. I don't know what type of human being would put pedo allegations on something. Like, it's, right? And like, you was dumb enough, like, you actually thought it was thick. Like, you actually thought people wouldn't, like, do their homework and find out, oh, no, like, he said she was here on this day. This date is wrong because she was not at No Jumper. You lied. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it didn't stick. Yeah, so please don't come on this internet crying, trying to be a victim. You was not a victim, okay? I despise you, I hate you, and everybody knows why I hate you. Okay, so this nonsense of trying to play victim, trying to cry on, man, don't cry on line down, bro. We play ball, how you want to play ball? Nigga? Let's play ball. Now, my play ball, I don't do nothing gangster. I don't commit crimes. I want you in jail. Or worse. Right? But I want the worst to happen, not for me. Just karma gonna get you. Yeah, but no. Yeah, bro, when I play ball, is I play police games. Right? You either play the police games back or, stay off the court. Right? But all this crying ain't gonna win you no sympathy, bro.
Like he begged me to do before. And that's why, bro, he's on that clubhouse in the smut room. That's not free, the smut room. But he over here saying, oh, Munchie, yeah,
Fucking retarded, man.
I just wait till the end and call the police. He threatened me with that before. So here this dude, I don't know what the make bail record me. Why you recording me on the podcast anyway? But anyways, and highlight something that resembles a firearm. And next to it,
I'm still talking about whack on that Tuesday show. Alright? Now, Spody went out and caught the fame. The other dude, he's scared. He was trying to pull out a gun. But he got like 20, like 80 vision, like his vision on. Like,
time is 19 hours old. I'm like, 10 hours ago, I was sitting down at November, so he posted that in real time. So I had this group text. I'm like, I don't know what Bill recording me with resemble of firearm. Well, I think it's more important. Why? It's something that resembles a gun. And then as your bike. Hey, look, bro. Hey, bro. I'm good, bro. That beer. Hey, my freedom ain't never worth a podcast job, bro. And I don't know what to make somebody record something like that. I can see if it was in plain view and the camera caught it. And that's something that resembles that, but no, put that on an Instagram story. Crazy. Oh, hey, bro. You hired all these bloods, crips, and criminals. Everybody in that room, except for 3 people, been to the penitentiary. Between 4 extras, Crip Mac, Munchie B, Spotty Face, Young and Hefe, you know how many years of prison that is? And you talking about, oh, what's more important? Out of here, bro. That's here, bro. I'm cool with that wood, bro. On Inglewood. If it's a different business model or something, because I don't got it.
Shut up, bro. This man says on Inglewood out, but he knows if he put it on his hood, he gotta stand by it. So when he says on an Inglewood out, well, if it's a different business model, I'll come back. Hey, listen, if it's a different business model, if you bro, he'll be back next week, man. This dude ain't quitting. He ain't got nothing else going on, man. Y'all cut it out, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? If you're still watching this video, let me know, man. For this man calling No Jumper a police platform, I don't play police games, we play with. Just don't commit crimes and you won't have nothing to worry about, okay? Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another dope video, click on this video right here to find out why Adam 22's white blender just left him for a black guy. I'm gonna see you guys in this Adam 22 video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Advance into leadership with a BS in electrical engineering technology. Excelsior University's ABET accredited hybrid program is the right combination of online flexibility and hands-on training at our St. Petersburg site. Courses start every 8 weeks. Learn more at excelsior.edu.
3,000 of them. Definitely feels like it is outlandish.
Seems like it's getting scarier and scarier for a lot of us. Do you feel like you're getting the value for the amount you pay?
Absolutely not.
They're really taking advantage of people out here.
Wait, everyone check out.
Hey guys, it's Abby from Pad Sweat. Today we're going around Denver to ask people how much they pay in rent. Let's go. How much do you pay in rent?
I'm paying $35 for a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. So definitely feels like it is outlandish. You know, I live in a covenant neighborhood. There's supposed to be a few amenities. With that being said, I see none of those. And that's the HOA. So it's like, I wish I was talk to them. We're paying HOA dues as well.
So is it fair to assume that you're not getting the value you pay for with the amount you're paying in rent?
I'd say that's anywhere. Right. You know, for being Colorado natives, the 3 of us here, we've seen the spike in costs. So for the same house 4 years ago, we would have probably been paying $2,200.
How do you guys feel about the cost of living in general? Have you ever been stressed about paying rent, and how did that make you feel?
Well, of course, we're all stressed out, right? Especially, I got 3 kids at home too, so we could bring into that as well. So of course, every single week, it's definitely a concern.
We can check out Pad Split.
Everyone check out Pad Split.
How much do you pay in rent per month?
I pay $1,500.
Do you feel that's fair for what you're getting at your apartment complex? Or do
Oh shit. I still fuck. Cool. Soon, New Year.
I felt stuck. Bro, them white folks about to fry him. Yeah.
Pain started going up into my neck. I was having a rare kind of heart attack. I wanted to be able to talk to my daughters, your sister.
I'm son, too hard to say, when
Oh, I thought they said you just want to shoot.
I lay on. Well, I just get out of the paperwork and you left me and you to abide these old rules.
But you should have asked him that.
I did, that's why we feel that.
You asked me that way, but I
Ask him all that way.
you know, you asked me something that 2 minutes at a time, you go all that, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to get all my shit back. Dr. Dre got that thing out back. Two got that thing out back. But I'm coming to get him out.
Can you feel like you got like it's bullshit? I'm from like you just said this shit.
I'm gonna get everybody this shit. You $100 million nigga, right? What is you crying about everybody else shit for?
Welcome to Perspective with Mike. Today we're gonna take it to the West Coast, man. I got my partner with me, man. DPG. Dad, what's happening with me? How you feeling? Man, best, man. Appreciate you putting up first. How you been, bro?
Man, just living, man, you know, enjoying life, you know what I'm saying? Young rap, you know.
You said the young rap.
Young rap.
What about your spirit? Where your spirit at?
My spirit is high all the time, you know what I'm saying? I keep my faith in God, you know what I'm saying? I have no complaints. Like that God song, I won't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what version of Bass do 2026 got?
Whether the man's patience, quality, and experience.
Hey, what you think people misunderstand the most about you?
They think I'm a rant. They think I just be tripping all the time, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't trip for no reason. I trip for cause, you know what I'm saying? Because, I was gonna be the force, you know, me and Nate, you know what I'm saying? It was time to go in and kick some ass and put it down with it.
Yeah.
What we got the call for, you know what it is? I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's that, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck nobody, nobody fuck with me, we keep it good forward. We gonna get to the money.
Fast. I asked you on camera when you think most of the movies was bigger than you. People might not know you did shit like
Ambitious of a Ride, Two America's Most Wanted, I Ain't Mad at You, Skills, Got My Mind Made Up, Too Short Out of Love, T.I. My Life, whole slew of other shit. You got songs, one songs, make songs.
Yeah.
Like Ambitious of a Ride. So many people sample that song. That's part of my catalog too. You know what I'm saying? Meaty Mill, this song, Ambitious of a Ride. Deja's Love, anytime we go, I want to not, nigga, you gotta give it back, you know.
Oh, fucking get him.
That's a sound.
Yeah.
Nigga, what are you doing?
So I listened in the new
like this in the last game or something.
Get this motherfucker gone. Niggas wrong, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I had dreams about this shit every night, you know what I'm saying? Tupac talk all the time. We get into the shit, with Tupac like in real life. A lot of niggas said a lot of shit, a lot of niggas don't like that wicked niggas. Like I said, I'm Gemini, yeah, Gemini. I'm Gemini too.
Your permit allows you to carry legally, but it won't help you deal with the legal consequences of shooting self-defense. So let's do rapid-fire answers to see what actually protects you after the incident. Unfortunately, yes, even if you legally carry and defend yourself, you can still be arrested, sued, or charged. Legal fees can crush you, so have your legal team ready.
It's like an app, but it's a laser disc. Like before DVDs came out, this is a laser disc. It's a big ass laser disc. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a laser disc. You did it with West Coast shit. No, that was all over the world. It's like DVDs, tapes, CDs. They had all your favorite movies. It's on laser disc. Oh, that's how they something else. Oh, that's what they call it. Laser disc. You know what I'm saying? This big ass single record, you put it in a thing and play the movies. Like I said. Yeah, Blu-ray. Yeah. Okay. Blu-ray. Shit like that. Back and forth, and you know what I'm saying. We did a lot of songs, you know what I'm saying. It was real experience. It taught us how to work fast. So you was at there before you got there? Yeah, you was at there for I got a call from Sugar Knight. He was like, then you got Monty, the rest of mine. And that's my, like, the Mafia restaurant. Yeah. You know, we was in there with Chris Dow, Lobsters, everything, you know what I'm saying? So he came in, and I had just made 5 new beats, which was Images of the Ride, Tour River, Blue Horse Scandal, all that shit y'all hear on there. And then we went to the studio, the first song that we cut was Ambitions of the Ride. Now, Ambitions of the Ride set the tone for the album. So anything after that, it had to be up there like that. It was just 50-50. Yeah. Anytime we did something, it was 50-50. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I was rapping, and I did the song with Dog, you know what I'm saying? Put him on to America's Most Wanted, but you know, it was a good thing. We had a lot of music. Yeah. That ain't even came out yet. What you think, when did you first start taking the music serious, though?
Like first, like how you first started. Let's go back to all that first. How you first started?
My mother, Eileen Bernardo,
See you like that.
she wrote songs for Static Records. She had her own thing. Her name was Lynn Bernardo. If you could look up her music, she wrote songs for Bobby Blue Bland, To Be Friends. She wrote songs for James Cleveland. So she was in the record business. She used to tutor Janet Jackson in school. So my mom used to bring me, Snoop, his mother, up to the Jackson house on Hayden House. And she used to teach her. You know what I'm saying? My mother was a school teacher at the same time. So, you know, but she was in the business. You know what I'm saying? So her and Janet, you know what I'm saying, we go up there, hang out, you know what I'm saying, and just learn the music business, and then we got into the music business. You know what I'm saying? And then she said, well, we got degrees, and I done made way more money than you ever could. Like, you know, I told my mom I never work hard with these hands.
When you seen your first butt out, man?
Off the music?
Yeah.
When we first got into the Chronic album, that was 1991. You know what I'm saying? We was all working at Solar Records, which was Dick Griffey's record company. You know who Dick Griffey is, right? Dick Griffey is one for Solar Records, Shalimar, The Whispers, Lakeside. He was the one, he was the Suge Knight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For that, yeah, so we was recording at his studio, so we recorded all the Chronic right there. And we lived in Hollywood, and we used to call our homeboy L-Dog, rest in peace, and hit 211, 187, 911 on the pager. And that nigga bring us 2 bags a week. We didn't have no phone.
Yes.
So we used to sit on the corner of Hollywood and Whitley and just look at cars like, damn, I might get that Lexus one day. You know what I'm saying? And GS 350, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And then the Chronic came out. Everybody going crazy. But they didn't know our faces. They just knew our voices. So from that time era to Doggy Style, when we came out with Doggy Dog World, that's when they knew our face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when we started dibbling, dabbling all through the street, you know what I'm saying? And we was fighting the WA.
So y'all had a group at first, right?
Now we was all solo artists. Daddy Dash, Pharrell, Snoop Dogg.
But it was like, your package to the world, like it was down there like a group, though. You know what I'm saying?
The inmates, that's what we call us.
Okay, yeah. I'm saying like seeing it, you would think, yeah.
It was a gang, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was out there doing what we doing because Dr. Dre and NWA, we Dog Pound, so we going at NWA.
Yeah.
And anybody in the way, you know what I'm saying? So with that feud with Eazy-E and all that, it was just all a learning experience, you know what I'm saying?
What this shit felt like, what it felt like before the world saw it and after the world saw it, like, you know,
It was a bunch of gangster shit.
Before.
Yeah, before. It was brutal.
Yeah.
You know, it was getting their ass whooped, it was getting jumped, it's just an attitude world, you know what I'm saying? And then when we started making money, we hit the road. So imagine signing to Death Row I signed for $5,000. But we had to go on the road.
Signed for $5,000?
Yeah, when the Chronic came.
To do what? To be a producer or a rapper or at all?
We signed with Death Row Records. We had signed because the Chronic came out and they should put these contracts in our face.
Oh, no matter what you do, nigga, you gonna walk down, nigga, you gotta pay Death Row. He signed
all that shit. But like I said, they didn't have no contracts for each album. Don't you know when you do an album, there's supposed to be contracts for each album?
What the contract was?
It wasn't nothing.
So
that's
what
why
the contract was that you signed?
it was just we signed to Death Row. You know what I'm saying?
What's the terms?
Publishing and things like that happened, and really because we didn't really make no album, it was Dr. Dre's album.
Oh, and it's for life. Like you signed to Death Row for life. I'm just saying that's what the contract really was.
Yeah, it's like Death Row for life. All that shit. Yeah, all that type of shit. So really, and then my cousin RBX, he was like the Ice Cube. He didn't sign. You know what I'm saying? That's why he slowly selected out. Songs on there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he didn't sign.
He didn't sign.
But they kind of held him back for not signing.
He was going on a lot of trips and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, because he didn't sign. And then, we really got into that in the Doggy Style. Then the Murder Was the Case soundtrack, then Gridlock, and then All Eyes on Me.
What was Suge really good at though? Like what was he good at to you?
He was getting to the point, he was getting to the money. You know what I'm saying? It was blood in the Crip thing, you know what I'm saying? His homeboys, our homeboys, and You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it collapse, sometimes it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But
most of the time it collapse. And most of the time,
other people, outsiders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for us, we was getting to the money, we was getting to the album, and then we got really to it. You know what I'm saying? This Death Row was worth $700 million company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Tupac came. When he died, there was a whole bunch of scrambling going on. You know, people. That's when you start finding out contracts, this and that, and this and that, and then people start forging names because we wasn't trying to sign nothing no more. You know.
Do you think loyalty was more important than the talent in Death Row?
It was both, really. Loyalty and talent to the game, to the music, back to the Death Row records. You know what I mean? It was just. There was a lot of treachery, backstabbing and shit like that. Some people like, you at the time, let me get Bank out of here so I can get that position. You know what I'm saying? On some bullshit. And all that. We used to just kick back and watch. You know what I'm saying?
Was it more dangerous before or after the success?
All the above. Let me see that right. All the above. You know, from the beginning to the end, you know what I'm saying? Paperwork, money, you want to find a problem, you can follow the money.
Yeah.
So, it had a lot to do with that paperwork and, people like E1, the dude named Alan Grunblatt, you ever heard of him?
I don't know nobody.
He's from E1, y'all. His name was Alan Grunblatt. He was the CEO of Koch, E1, now Monarch. See how they switched names 3 times?
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck
Why they switch names?
They was doing dirt. Stealing this shit. They was trying to steal all the catalog from Suge, being his friend, and they got it into bankruptcy. And then they just went in there and started switching up. And every time we go into fight with them, they always say, well, this is the paperwork for this and that and that. But we never seen no paperwork. Because I know I never signed no paperwork.
Yeah.
And then I sued shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got all the paperwork.
You get your money?
I got some money out of it. You know what I'm saying? But then...
When it was after?
That was 2001. Before it was 97. Now, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000. 2001, I take it in court.
Okay.
I get all that.
So y'all had like a 10-year run.
We had a 10-year run. You know what I'm saying? But everybody left Death Row. I was the only one left. And I'm looking like, yeah, that's like sitting there. Niggas left all the dope. Go get the U-Haul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I started grabbing reels and all that other type of shit. So, I couldn't.
Oh, so you got a lot of the masters.
Yeah, I got masters and 2-inch reels and shit like that. I couldn't leave all that shit without all that work I put in. You know what I'm saying?
So who own the masters of this shit though?
I got the masters, but they always try to say it's on paper, but it ain't no contract. It's a lot of forged contracts and forged. That's why I'm opening up the books now. I want to see.
Yeah.
I know what I got. Let me see what you got. You got the same paperwork I got, because you might not have the same paperwork I got. Because each one of them was hiding shit. They owed Tupac so much money that they just gave him back the album, but didn't give him all the bullshit contracts that was involved with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just, here you go. Slide it on the table. Nobody will know. And here I come. I know everything. So as you see, I'm the only one that sued. Everybody else ain't. It's just cool. Fuck that. I know something you guys don't know.
So who you suing?
I'm suing the Tupac estate, the white people.
Oh, I thought they said you suing Snoop.
Fuck it. He was talking all that shit.
Royalties. They paid me $91,000. When they paid
Bitch ass
me,
nigga.
Tupac paid me $91,000, right? With statements. When you get a BMI statement,
It don't really matter where you live, nigga. You still gotta fight.
white folks paid me $91,000 because I said
It's gonna be a team everywhere, nigga.
You're
You crying.
So you basically saying you owe me something.
It's some money there. Out of 30 years, and the time that y'all got it, it's some money there. If you give me a check for $91,000, it gotta be some money in that motherfucker. Once you get a statement, when you get an ASCAP and BMI, what do they give you?
But what dog got to do with all this shit?
He inherited shit.
I know what it is. You want to play Loot Simulator. Land somewhere where no one lands. Get all the loot. And go fight a squad and die. It's called Free Loot Simulator. You just give the whole team some free loot.
What happened? Hold on, he said what? Me and Snoop was already stuck in the paperwork. Yeah. Remember, we signed together, all that type of shit. he know all that paperwork and shit is false because he told me and showed me this ain't your signature. All this shit is false like this, so you know all this shit. Man, you was in the same paperwork that I was in, so if your shit was false, my shit is false, and you know it. So how did you get out of the paperwork and you left me in here to abide by these old rules?
But did you ever ask him that though?
I did. That's why we feuding now.
So you asked him that one-on-one?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He ain't say nothing.
You asked me that way, like
I asked him all that way.
You know, you asked me something and accuse me at the same time, nigga gonna automatically get on the fence.
No, before.
Am I tripping though about that?
No, you're right, but the fact is though, before he was telling me about the paperwork when he first bought, showing me this, how should getting 100% of, don't try to play me, homie, he didn't write none of that.
Yeah.
So he telling me everything that I need to see that I already know.
Yeah.
How did you get out of the paperwork and now you the owner and now you try to make me go by the rules that Suge Knight had with the fake paperwork? I just posted some stuff on my Instagram today, which was a contract that Miss LA signed for me as power of attorney for all my producer royalties and everything. You see how I mean? I got a lot of state of Snoop Dogg, but I own 85% of the publishing of the music.
But you don't think if y'all nigga would have a conversation, you broke it off, a real conversation?
Too much money going through this time. That'll break me if I pay their ass diligence. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Yeah,
that's your real.
That's my cousin. Yeah, that's my mother's brother's son.
So you know y'all have.
I grew up with him. He like my brother. Me and Snoop, we grew up together. 81 all the way up to where we is now. You know, getting beatings, whoopings and shit every time.
Let me ask you something, because I looked at some shit the other day when y'all afraid on some happy birthday shit. You know what I'm saying?
trolled his ass.
I know that, but look, are y'all operating? And this for both of y'all. Do you think him or you operating out of principles or ego?
Both. I'm operating off of principle, and he operating off of ego. To show you the boss and all this shit. I don't need to floss and do all that shit. Remember, I wrote songs for you. I produce songs for you. I'm not jealous about that. And I'm getting 50% of the song.
No, I'm just saying like moving forward with that. Cause you know we be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Cause you told me
I don't want to move forward because it's like you already try to beat me. You went behind my back and try to trademark the duct tape logo and the name without my permission. It didn't work because the Cleveland Browns only named the dog pound. So
you saying this before all this?
You know, this is while I was signed with, you know, started doing the Dog Pound, the new Dog Pound 2024 album, We All We Got. You know what I mean? So
what y'all family be saying?
Like, you know, they don't like, because Snoop be telling them, if you fuck with Dash, you can't fuck with me. He tell my auntie that type of shit. She like, I don't know what's going on.
I got no folks in that, you know,
that's Snoop because I'm still,
both of y'all though, bro.
No, I'm still in the hood. I'm still moving around doing what I'm doing. Remember,
that's your family.
He's a big star. He can't go out that much.
That's your family though.
I'm family too. What's the difference? Why you still trying to hold me?
But it's both of y'all just gotta sit down, bro. Like we tried that.
We tried that shit.
Because you know how that shit goes so far. You know this. See, that's why you probably still going on. You know, like I already went too far, man. He already went too far. It is what it is.
We tried that shit. You know, it's business now. You know what I'm saying? It's not. We're not kids no more. This is business. This is multi-million-dollar worth of shit over here that he bought from them white folks and made a deal with them because they did bad because the time of statute of limitation is over with. I got 35 years with copyright reversion law.
So, but do you think this is me?
I'm gonna get all my shit.
Do you think if y'all niggas
that's Snoop?
Do you think if do you think when y'all niggas could get to the table?
It's too much to get to the table.
Why you
fucking God,
I'm jealous of him. I think he's jealous of me with all the work that I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me and you do a song and I'm getting 70% of the song and you only getting a third, how much money you making off this song?
Don't worry, Shaq. The General gives you a break, whether it's on your car insurance
or a break from your car. So that makes the whole catalog of mine. You know what I'm saying? Because Suge Knight got the publishing for All Eyes on Me. Snoop runs that. For my money. You know what I'm saying? If you getting $100 million, you ain't finna give that up right now to your cousin. You know what I mean? And you inherit shit, you like, psh, you know what I mean?
Oh, you saying like, basically, A nigga done broke in your house, stole your shit, sold the Snoop.
Yeah.
And you know a nigga ain't getting that back. Like, I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying? Like, bro, I ain't taking it from bro. So you saying the folk took it from you and gave it to him?
He bought it from
I mean, he bought it from
auction, yeah.
And now he owes you because he bought it from them. You saying
he owe me royalties. He just paid me $118,000.
So y'all get to it. Y'all get to the money then.
With no statement. You doing the same shit Tupac doing. I mean, the white people did Tupac doing. You just give me some money. Where's the statement? I want to know how you get this number. I'm a mathematician. How did you get this number? How?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You saying you want to
they come over with 100 birds or something, and you come and he chipping a quarter off each of them motherfuckers, but when you weigh them, what's your attitude like now? It's duct tape. Nigga can't play me out shit and it trickles out there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you looking at the numbers and like, damn, is this nigga taking an ounce from me every motherfucking week? He your cousin and shit, but you know what I'm saying? But you treat another nigga better than your cousin.
But he in my defense, I can't speak with dog, cause I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I ain't in that, but in my defense, I can see how you feel. See, that's the good thing about Gemini. We can see both sides.
Yes.
Right? We can see both sides. We very, okay, I can see where you come from and fuck you. Right? So he could be looking at it like, I don't feel like I took that from Cody.
But you have to pay the royalties.
You still got to be indebted.
You still have to follow the contract. If you get this company, like Arista Record, what about the artists on there? You still have to pay them royalties. You're taking on this debt.
Oh, you saying, what about the back? You saying you want your back pay and everything?
The back pay, I'm not worried about that. I got that.
That's a hell of a conversation.
I got that from Monarch already. The white folks, the E1s, the Koch. I already handled the business with them already. Now it's me and Snoop from 22 on that. So he had to pay us from when he got it to now. So he paid me from 23 to 25. He gave me $118,000. You know what I'm saying? I wrote, produced all them albums, produced. I get 60%. What's the breakdown? Let me see. Or is you guys going in there revamping the splits and making it better for yourself? Now I'm asking, what's the contract? Let me see something. They won't never let me see anything. I gotta keep sending letters and doing all that. I'm tired of that shit. I'm gonna take it to the thing. I'm gonna open up the books. Man, I just wanna see the books.
Yeah.
50 Cent went in there and did that to Jimmy I.B. in there.
So you think this shit can be fixed, huh?
No, I just want my money and keep it pushing. It's already fucked up. I don't trust a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, over there. You know, she got a lot of yes sir, no sir people working over there. I just want my money, keep it going, stay out my motherfucking way. You know what I mean? That's my cousin, I know.
It's a fucking bitch, nigga.
It's all of it. Being in person, process,
all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They fuck you over the first time, they gonna fuck you over the second time. You know what I mean? And this your own family. Even though the paperwork fucked up and wrong, but you still abide by it. It's too much money over there.
You saying basically it's fucked up when you're on the other side of it, but when you
Oh my fucking God.
That's how I come up.
But like I said before, copyright reversion law, I put my paperwork in. Everything started reverting.
This fucking retarded shit on my face.
That's a year from now. Other artists that was on the crime album ain't do that. Yes. They're like, okay, Snoop, we're gonna work with you. All that type of shit. I'm like, man, I'm going to get all my shit back. Dr. Dre them got their albums back. Tupac got their albums back. But I'm coming to get mine.
Can you feel like you got damn, like it's some bullshit from your end, or like damn, bro, some cousins?
It's big cousin, little cousin, nigga try to pump me. My cousin Joe Cool died. He the one that drew all Snoop artwork. Before he died, Snoop made him sign a whole bunch of shit that had him fucked up in the head.
What you mean?
Like, sign his rights over for money to live. You know what I'm saying? All that doggy style shit you see, all them shoes and shit, Joe Cool drew all that shit. You know what I'm saying? My cousin. Who taught us the gang life, everything. You know what I mean? And he died. Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? And Snoop running off with this shit. You know, he ain't got him to holler no more, so he want me to do the same thing. So I stay out the way till I get all my shit. Intuition, you know what I mean?
You say it's your intuition.
Yeah, it's our intuition. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even get to see 35 years. Tupac and them and everybody else would have wished they had a 35 year to get their music back from all the old fuck ass companies.
You say after the statute of limitations?
I got that chance.
Yeah.
I just gotta stay away from the niggas. And ruffle their feathers up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love action and feuding and shit like that. You know, that's right in my alley. I'm a Gemini. You know what I mean? So I just love that. It's just a fight for the music. You know what I'm saying? This is my fight for the music.
So I don't feel like you just hate, basically.
You think I'm hating all that? Why?
With that.
I like to smoke mine to the roach.
You got two more right now. You got two of them. We already ready.
I smoke my shit to the roach. That's why I got fingernails.
That's what we said.
But you know, it's all about fighting for the music. You know what I'm saying? And he know that the paperwork is wrong, but he making me fight to the nail end of it. And that's good because
like, put yourself in this shoe.
I would give everybody their shit. You $100 million nigga, right? What did you cry about everybody else shit for? A nigga don't want you to make money outside the family like that. Unless you
So how Thanksgiving this shit gonna be? Like, how this shit gonna be?
Shit, I kill my turkeys on my own. There's turkeys running around here in Georgia.
I'm saying with the family, you know.
I don't, it's separated, you know what I'm saying? Me and his daddy don't talk no more. We used to be Ace Boone Cool, my uncle, my mother's brother. You know what I'm saying? Because
but the thing about family though, I'm gonna keep it real. The thing about family, no matter how you feel right now, you ain't gonna feel like this next year.
I ain't got no parents right now. I'm on my own. My pop died on my birthday. My birthday was just Monday. So I reflect on that. I held my mom in my
on a
arms.
bitch ass thing.
So nobody came to my mom's funeral. Nobody came to my aid when my mom died. My uncle Snoop, nobody. So that's one reason. And all of my family, I damn near tortured all of them niggas. Trolling. I'm on a mission. You ain't nobody come to my mom's defense, nigga. She had dementia and Alzheimer and all that type of shit, nigga. They was treating my mom like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that really put the spark in me.
So a lot of this shit just built up.
And the music. You know what I'm saying? Because Snoop ain't really been doing shit for the last 15 years.
What?
He was feuding.
Snoop ain't been doing music like that, though.
But we been feuding. And that's why we ain't really been doing the dog pound shit and all that other type of shit. And we're feuding, and all of a sudden, all my family members.
But y'all ain't been something before you even bought the label. Why?
Because everybody want to be controlled. I'm over here producing T.I. I'm producing Trick Daddy, Too Short, and you know what I'm saying? It's just, I wandered off and started doing my own thing. And then he acquired Death Row.
You hard to deal with, because I'm hard to deal with. So we got
he been crying for the doggies now.
You play?
I'm the creator.
No, not that part. I said, what part do you create? What part do you play in creating the chaos?
I'm a reactor. I just react to shit. You do shit, I react to it.
Overreact?
Underreact. Niggas is telling now that. I can't, like I said before, I just found out. Now, if you back up, shoot a nigga something like that, then that's not an aggressive assault.
Yeah.
Now, when you launching at a motherfucker and all that, that's an assault right there.
You wanted to do that.
That type of shit.
You wasn't in fear, nigga.
You gotta learn that shit. So nowadays, you know what I'm saying, you 100, but if you can go to jail and lose every motherfucking thing off a hating ass nigga that's gonna say something that's not true. So let me go and stay where I need to stay, and let me let these lawyers do the talking. The street shit ain't working no more. Everybody telling, and then the FBI's on, Instagram. It's just a whole bunch of shit going. The DOJ is not playing with motherfuckers. Period. So I just kick back.
We from goddamn, and I'm saying we because I know I feel like more Gemini.
I talk with Jada kids. I talk with 3 stack, you know, we all Geminis, you know, what I'm saying, my boys.
But niggas goddamn getting a nigga one shot.
Yeah.
But we don't count up all the time that nigga was really 100. So it gotta be time that the nigga 100 too. We'll get so disappointed by the time you try us that we forget about all the
Snoop Sneaky though, you gotta watch Snoop Sneaky because you be hanging like this, you go in the back and somebody tell you, go right now. Snoop didn't want to tell us he didn't want us to talk, you know what I mean? They gonna send somebody else to tell you. That type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, that ain't what I did.
That's the type of shit I'm saying.
No,
and equivalent to what you just said.
Yeah.
That's the type of person he is, you know what I'm saying?
He's saying like make it seem like it.
Yeah, he make it seem like we all cool down and shit. And then when the money come in, it's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all done ate together though.
We ate together by hustling together. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying he ain't never put you in position?
He always put me in position. That's my cousin.
So that's that.
But then I also put position in and put my position in to work.
Yeah.
So I don't need what you said. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do mine. I don't need no help with this. I'm gonna put it together, and this is what it is. We take it to the next level.
Yeah.
That's how we work. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing and do my thing. That's why I'm the producer. I get 50% of the song. So when niggas say, "What you broke?" and all that shit, how? It's 60% of the fucking song. He getting the third. Tupac getting the third. I'm getting another third.
Fucking God, nigga.
Against the party. If I would have made that song, you would have never heard that motherfucker.
Faggot ass game, nigga. How 2 crates into even. Bitch, I hate this fucking game.
That's me. Ambitious ever ride. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. That's all I came up with. And then me and Tupac made the rest of that shit.
Hey, what made Pop different than any other artists you ever worked with?
He was quick. You know what I mean? Like that shit, I was getting to the next song. We still been listening to the same song. Like, party, you know, shit. When he came in, we got a whole album done in the night. And that's when I started going on my money with shit, doing albums in the day. Then you got 150,000, we gonna do a project with you. And I'm gonna knock that shit out in the night.
Who to go from the West Coast?
All of them. Everybody got different. Everybody fuck with the animals.
I fuck with that.
You know what I mean? I fuck with all the animals.
Yeah.
It's like out here in Atlanta. Everybody their own boss.
Yeah,
everybody their own boss out there. You know what I'm saying? We just all intertwined. You know what I'm saying? We got intertwined action with everybody else. But the major niggas that can't come out of the house and go to the stores and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of breed.
What's the temperature out there now? Like, just period climbing in the streets. Like, how the streets are going out there?
Gangbang. You know what I'm saying? The clothes you wear, the hat you wear, all that shit. All that shit matters.
How they can tell you from out of town though? Like when you ain't in it.
Cause you got something on that you funny. You know what I'm saying? You looking funny. You like, you know, all that, it all depends on what you wearing out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can walk this way and be in a blood neighborhood and you can make a left turn and you're in the Crip neighborhood and you're back to the Mexican neighborhood. But in Long Beach is just all Crips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We one gang out of Long Beach. When you go outside of Long Beach, it's just like
So you in Long Beach with all red on, you from out of town, how they go?
My homeboys, you know, the babies from this side, shout out to Long Beach, they wear red. Everybody's diverse now.
Yeah.
We can wear any color.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? What's some shit that you did not do? Like in gangbanging neighborhood?
Just disrespecting the motherfucker anytime.
What's disrespect that you wouldn't know, like?
Facial words. You know what I'm saying? Facial words.
Real shit.
That type of shit. Like, you looking at me like that for, nigga? You know, that type of shit. It's really body movement. It ain't really saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? Eye contact and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just all period. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta know where to walk, know how to talk. You know what I mean? I smile when I come, you know, I tell my homeboys when we going out places and shit, these white folks smile. And like we just got out of jail stuff, you know what I mean? We finna go get some money.
What about like that check-in shit they need to say, like check-in?
Out of towns, they check in, they don't have to check in. They just
I'm just saying, like the niggas be acting like they enforcing it. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time niggas be
like, well, that nigga finna set up a rock.
Nah, nigga be like that. Nigga got check in, man. Nigga got like, nigga got check in.
I mean, they must have got played or something like that, but you know, I'm not doing no check in.
Who you supposed to call? Like, no, I didn't
Ghostbusters. I mean, you know, whoever they be freeing while they there, that's who's gonna be trying to press up on. So don't befriend a lot of people. Handle your business.
Yeah.
Get to the hotel. Do your thing. Handle your business. All that shit. I don't like be talking to people. Yeah, I'm good and all this other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You might be from the same hood, but it's different states. And then everybody can get got.
Hey, when you think Pop, I'm keep going back to Pop. Now, you think Pop got their initial shit with Peace or War? Which one you think he won the most?
I mean, both really to me, you know what I'm saying? He really didn't like some of them, but he keep the peace. You know, I love it. You know, I learned a lot from the big homie. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the memories that we got. You know what I'm saying? And people that be wanting to buy your publishing and all that other type of shit. I'm not selling my shit. I'm patient. I can make that money in due time.
So Pop Def really killed the whole Death Row shit. That shit was over.
Yeah, all that shit. It went to Sparrows, and after that, it was internal. Everybody was stealing from everybody. You know what I mean? 'Cause once you got the paperwork, you can do what you want to do.
But Death Row's already lit. Y'all already had Death Row lit for Pac even got those.
I know, but when we stopped what we was doing to help Pac out, you know, when I said on the last time they said, I said I made a mistake when I say I made that album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you listen to Me Against the World, it don't sound like,
no, that shit sound like West Coast. That nigga just took
all the shit that we had, we gave it to him.
Yeah.
So how was we jealous? I'm giving you everything I got. Because I'm happy to see you in the cat.
And that nigga going crazy.
Yeah. And we was helping.
He going on, I've known the motherfucker, yeah, bro. They said he had to deliver it for that shit, though.
Most definitely. Like, fuck this shit hard. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Quick coming there and mix that shit, you know, makes it happen.
What's some shit that happened in the studio that nobody don't know about? Not no,
I mean, you know, that was dog fights and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In the back, had a dog fight. They Tupac got some dogs, we got some dogs. We did, you know, all that shit back then before Mike Vick, all that shit. You know? Yeah. It's just, not really nothing violent towards each other.
But when the dog fights out there, nigga talk crazy.
They talking shit. Yeah. They talking shit, running on the table, they talking, smoking weed, all that shit. So, you know, it was just a learning experience, you know what I'm saying? Look at it now, I'm just fighting for the music.
Damn. So you feel like, at the end of the day, Pac ain't mad, he know you deserve your money.
Yeah, 50%, but what I'm going for right now is the masters. All that shit was stolen. There was a lot of forward signatures, and I could prove it. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the city, because they was getting niggas who could draw mirrors. Look at Bank signature and write that motherfucker down. They gonna copy that motherfucker like a
professional.
Yeah, because they getting paid for it. Now, you don't know all that shit because they doing intern.
So how do you say that it didn't happen? Like, what's your
Give me the paperwork. Let me see it. I look at the paperwork. That ain't my signature. Even Jeff Rowe came and said, that ain't your signature. You know what I'm saying? They telling me that these ain't our signatures. I'm looking at the paperwork. I'm trying to see what paperwork do you guys got that I don't got, that I got, that you don't got.
Yeah.
But nobody would give me paperwork because it's a lot of forced shit and I'm not finna let this money go. That's how they think it. But now I gotta take everybody to court because why I gotta argue with you? Let's go for the big facts, right?
Yeah, shit.
You know what I'm saying? I smiled. It's a money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was kicking back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be a payday.
Nah, for real. Man, I know family feud over money all the time, though. That shit.
It ain't really over no money, just the principle.
What's the principle, though? The principle is
respect.
The money is the principle.
Yeah, I'm saying, but the respect of the money. You gotta respect this money, though.
Oh, the audacity.
Damn this, you know, shit like this, you know, it's never about the money, you know what I'm saying? We all make money in this business. It's just the way that you get the money.
Called you today, like, cause let's fix this shit. What you gonna say?
Let me see the splits and shit. Let me see how.
You know what I'm saying? He said, let's fix this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Let me see the splits. We're gonna fix this shit. Let me see the splits and shit and how my shit is broke down. Not your shit, all my shit. How this Tupac and Bitches of a Rider song made 10 other songs. Where's that money go? From Meek Mills to Fat Joe, Pick It Up. You know what I mean? I get Fat Joe, man. How much did y'all give Tupac and the people for that to clear that song? He said 50,000. Where mine's at? You know what I'm saying? When you clear the song, the money come feed, and you know what I'm saying? they making so much money they forgetting about their ass dealers.
Oh nah, but don't you but your people supposed to go get your part?
No, they supposed to contact me. It's like when people
That's because it's 2 parts, right? They sampling the voice and the track, right?
Well, they sampling the music. But me and Tupac get paid to sample. So if you sample Ambitious Everybody, me and Tupac, whatever that money is that they finna get, me and him gotta split that. You know what I'm saying? He get his 25%, I get my 25%, and y'all split up the other 50% with the producer or whoever that you got. That's how it works.
Because you wrote on that shit too.
Yeah, and I see it in my ASCAP statements, on my BMI statement. Everything I need to know is in my motherfucking ASCAP and BMI statement. So if it ain't matching this, and it's matching something different over here that y'all got, something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, ASCAP and BMI, so when I sue them, Tom Wally and the Foster Kinds and Tupac and them all over there, they gonna tell on them. Because they gave them some paperwork that they finna get sued for, and they asked them why. So, who's y'all? Y'all gonna tell on everybody else. You know what I mean? Because they get bad paperwork.
You done playing this shit out.
Yeah, and there ain't no paperwork for the Chronic album. They said ain't no paperwork for the Chronic album. So Cycle Trace, that motherfucker took 200 million.
Not Dre on you too?
Yeah. I'm going after the big one first, I'm going after him again. I'm waiting to Snoop to pop that ass up right.
Man, stop playing, man.
Hey, it's business.
So you don't get Snoop laugh?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's key, man, because that's your cousin. Get him laugh, bro. Come out of time. You done got them folk, you know, ain't gonna be thinking about Snoop no more.
I am.
You gonna let him have it, but y'all be done fixed it.
I don't think about Snoop until somebody bring him up.
Listen, when you start winning, like you get a big settlement from goddamn pop people, and you get some money from Dr. Dre. By then, he gonna see you winning, y'all gonna fix this
So
shit.
then the Doggy Style, Murder Was the Case, and some other shit, the Dog Pound album, all that. I need all that.
Y'all gonna figure that shit out.
But figure it out, because after you see me get all this from niggas, you gonna want to.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But I don't want to. Just give me everything that I deserve, and I don't even want to have to deal with you after that no more. I'm done with the Dog Pound, whatever y'all want to do. I quit rap after that settlement. I'm gonna buy up half of College Park, half of motherfucking Douglasville. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I got 11.5 acres off Thornton Road, right next to Cracker Barrel.
Right next to it.
Cracker Barrel. And the fucking hotels right around there.
Yeah.
Imagine all that shit with Home Depot and all that shit, and a nigga got a piece of property right in the middle of it, 11.5 acres.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna build me an arena, stadium, and have my own, and, you know, rent it out for shows and shit.
Yeah.
You know, that type of
Going road, boy. Anybody trying to ride out there to go road?
So it's my Six Flags. You got to go back there.
You know where you at, bro. I mean, ain't really trying to ride out there for that shit.
Hey.
Fine, you know, out there for a trip.
Hey, Georgia getting better. I mean, I was, you know, put a park down there, you know what I'm saying? Because it's zones, it's laws out here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, you know, you got agriculture laws. Yeah. I know all the laws and the zones and shit, because I do construction. You know what I'm saying? That's my second besides rap. I build houses, communities and shit like that, go to auctions and tax delinquent sale and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Nah, man. So what's next for you now? If you get through suing and buying these property and shit, what's next for you?
I mean, you know, exploring the music.
Nah, what about the book?
I got the book already out right now. That nigga dance.com, you know what I'm saying? I just making up product, you know what I'm saying? Like Masterpiece said, product outweighs everything.
So do you own these new publishers? I see Snoop picture and you own him publishing for
them on my pictures.
What about his when he's called what about his
he do his body pic?
What about his likeness?
What about his body pic? My likeness gonna be in that body pic.
He might use another nigga face. I'm talking about you got that.
But my use is gonna be in that body pic. All of my pictures. That's all off my phone.
Yeah, I see it. That's what I can read with pictures.
You see,
it makes it easy when you can read it. Yeah, pictures.
Hey, like I said, all the pictures you see there come from my phone. You know why? I'm Daz Dillinger. I'm there. I've been there.
So what's the book about?
My whole life. The Dog Pound for Life is the name of the book. That's what me and Snoop
So how you gonna just say you gonna give up Dog Pound? You don't Dog Pound?
Because I own it.
But you can't give up on that.
I'm not giving up on it. I'm just keep doing what I need to do with the Dog Pound. He tried to steal it from me, so I wouldn't be able to. He tried to trademark that shit behind my back, so I wouldn't be able to make no Dog Pound album with Corrupt. So if he trademarked the shit, now I gotta ask him for permission to make a Dog Pound album to use the name, right? Yes or no?
I don't know. I
Well, you gotta learn the laws.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta learn the laws.
I can't goddamn agree.
Because we can have duct tape in a whole nother country.
They probably did. Cause
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't have my shit together.
And, you know, all that type of shit, so it's business, you know what I'm saying? So, this right here, the park, this is what I trademark. This is like the Apple sign of the movie. Niggas know this park. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I trademark because he tried to trademark everything else. And I was hanging with you in July, but you trademark my shit in May. But you smiled in my face in June, July, and that really just pissed me off.
Man, bro, stop, man.
That really pissed me off.
He doing it in his company like somebody did.
He said, whatever my company do, they doing it for me. That's what he tell you. Don't nigga get bossy when you feel like you got something over a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like, nigga, this my shit. Nigga, I'm playing shit. All that type of shit.
Like, nigga say.
But nigga say, yeah, I hate when nigga say, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm tripping for my music. This shit is worth millions and millions of
Other
dollars.
niggas adding fuel to it. Like you said, that nigga trademark some shit.
That's business.
No, just saying he did that shit and hung around you. That's like fueling you, bro.
Yeah.
That's fueling you, so you really.
But if you ain't up on your business, you wouldn't know he did it. You smiling in his face trying to be a star.
That's fueling, making you feel like fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably when you be tripping, you probably could go to the table and let's figure out what's up, bro, with this pump shit.
I wouldn't know what I'd do.
But now you saying like
I wouldn't kill him or nothing. I wouldn't kill Elvis, Mickey Mouse. I would never do nothing to Snoop. You know what I'm saying? That's my first cousin. I still love him. Like my mother say, I love you, but I don't like you. That's one of my mom's saying. She love you, but she don't like what you do. You know, that's a saying from the South. You know what I'm saying? Mississippi. You know, my mom, she was Magnolia, Mississippi, so I grew up there, Long Beach, all over.
Yeah.
I lived in Miami for 30 years with my pops, you know what I'm saying? He's from New Orleans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm traveling all over the world, you know what I'm saying? So I don't like what he be doing. I love it. But I just don't like all that bullshit. You know, you impressed for other niggas, you know what I'm saying? And niggas that work for me. If I'm gonna do this to my cousin, what you think I do to you niggas? I'll fire y'all niggas. She gonna do to my cousin, right? Get y'all shit together.
Man, nah.
That's what he be doing.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you some bullshit, bro.
I've been through it. That's what he go through. We done been through that shit. My cousin put some coffee, you know, he fresh out of penitentiary, cook the coffee, Joe Cool, he nigga, Snoop go off. Nigga, you don't like coffee. Don't cook no fucking coffee on my bus. I don't want that shit smelling like that. You know what I'm saying? Little shit.
But what they gotta do with anything though, bro?
He's two ways. He's a leader.
I fuck with Libra though.
But they two people like Gemini.
You fuck with Libras too.
But they
the same.
I'm saying, well, we two people like Gemini. Different things. You know what I'm saying? Different things. We all got two sides. We flip on you in a quick second.
Yeah, but shit, you flip too, right?
Four calls.
They shit me for cars in their mind though.
When you try to steal something from somebody.
For other people's shit.
Fuck that. I don't like niggas. I'm a thief myself. I don't like niggas stealing.
But you get what I'm saying, though? You be one-sided, though,
I'm being two-way-sided because I'm always negotiable. I always fuck with everybody. I fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I might not get no money out of the situation. I still help a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know how Geminis do. We gonna help a nigga.
Yeah, for sure.
Until they fuck you over.
We gonna help you first, yeah.
Yeah. Until they fuck you over. In conversation, action, anything. Any little small thing can throw away 30 years or whatever you got.
100%. 100%. I agree with you, man. Yep, I agree with you, man. I don't know about y'all's situation. I don't try to.
I got a lot of shit, but I ain't always just saying what it is. But it get deeper.
Alright, you gotta stop buying generic Viagra. If y'all over 40, you can get 9 pills of 100 milligram generic Viagra for just $7 with free shipping from Friday Plan. If you think it's a scam like I did at first, keep this. No doctor.
What's the dude name? Oh, we're not talking about Shine. No, not Shine. What's the guy name? Was he deported? What's his name? What's the guy for 50? He used to be like a street dude. What's the guy's name? What's the guy's name? Oh my God! Please, tell me. What's the guy's name it's from 50? Bangin' Smurf. Thank you. Bangin' Smurf. Bangin' Smurf in all the early videos, 50 himself used to say, I used to bring 50 niggas on tour with me. But you gotta realize money is finite. Resources finite. Attention is finite. And what ended up happening is that 50 realized he was not making no money. He had to pay for 50 hotel rooms. He said he had to start sleeping on the floor of the tour bus to show people it was cool to sleep there. Because everybody wanted hotel rooms. You know what a hotel room going? Y'all staying at decent hotels, $150 a piece for a room. Think about that for 25 rooms. Every place, food for everybody, multiple buses. It's gonna cost. So I'm telling you, the gangster rapper fallacy is that you name a gangster rapper that makes it to the top and is still rich, still doing everything. You never see all their niggas at the bottom saying, "Oh, nah, that's the real nigga." It always is fake. So let's not compare. And by the way, Dirk has learned this the hard way, and I think for a long time, especially going up until like 2019 or so, 2020. Let's say 2021. And by the way, I'm not here to blame anything on Von, but I do think Von gave Dirk a different perspective of how to be super successful again. Now, Dirk was already gaining a lot of momentum, but when Von came around, he showed Dirk that people were still interested in someone who had a footprint in the streets, but who were still mainstream. This is why, like, you know, with all due respect to some of these rappers, I won't even call their names, even though some of them I don't care about. Their wave as a gangster rapper died. The music don't seem as meaningful. That's what I'm saying, the gangster rapper fallacy. The music don't seem as meaningful anymore, or as real, unless you're somebody who has, like, you beat a body or something like that, because they think you're like that. But if you're a type of nigga who been claiming your niggas and, yo, we this gang, you gotta always be associated with them, and you can't bring enough of them to the place where y'all are all good to ever leave it. So at some point, they will turn against you, or you have to separate, unless you have the same fate. So let me paint this out for you. So Dirk, who supposedly was, initially he's OTF / Dog Pound. Dog Pound is, his brother D-Thing had the connection there. But then they get into it with, or not get into it, he becomes affiliated and he's hanging with these guys from Lamron. That's where Reese and them is from. And what's very interesting, and I'm going to give you some timeline you might not know. I feel like I'm back in like War Chirac, I ain't gonna lie, because this is only some shit I would know back in War Chirac. What ends up happening is that when Keith leaves Chicago, here's the story on Keith leaving Chicago. The story is that supposedly Keith, as he's elevating, isn't paying his bidding to the gang niggas. Okay? All of the BDs, they're hitting him like, yo, we got locked up. And this comes with being a gangster rapper. Oh, you got somebody who slaps people for you? You got somebody who gon' slide for niggas for you? Well, they get locked up. All right, yo, we need 40,000 for bond. We need 50,000 for this lawyer. Yo, my mama don't got nothing. Yo, she just got fired. Yo, could you give her like 10 bands? It's a lot of money. You gotta keep money. But it's all good when you're thriving. It's all good when you're thriving. Here's the thing. The more time goes on, the more niggas become locked up. This is the fallacy. The more niggas become locked up. As a rapper, you have no use for a nigga that's locked up. Yet, you still owe them. You still gotta pay for their nigga. Get their mama something. Pay for their brothers and sisters to go to school, do fits, this, that, third. You gotta pay a bond if there is. You gotta pay for a lawyer. What do you need? New niggas. So there's new niggas that's now on the team. So you get some new niggas. Maybe from the same hood, the same block, whatever. Now, they eventually go to jail. Your bill just starts to become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, here's the fallacy. So here's the thing with Keith, allegedly. They said that Keith ultimately started slacking a bit. Yo, Keith, we need this bond. Yo, Keith, we need this. Keith was just like, I'm not saying he wouldn't do it, but he was just kind of lackadaisical with it. It becomes a story that at one point, the homies, the big homies, or like the BDs, they come from jail and say, yo, we need this paid. Okay? And apparently, Keith told him he ain't got it. Maybe Keith was feeling himself with his newfound power, fame, and the money he has. But apparently Keith started trolling a little bit. Go online and allegedly was, there's an infamous live where he's like, yo, yeah, I ain't got it, but he had the money in his hand.
Bills never wait for the right moment. They show up when life is already full. Before payday,
tell you right now, boy, all this information is coming out about Boosie and Sauce Walker. I got Dogface already on IG going crazy, man. But I want y'all to let me know what y'all thinking about that Ben 10 situation, though, man. Ben 10 is y'all think he talking to the laws, man? Y'all think the people went up there to talk to him? Y'all let me know what y'all thinking, though, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. We also gonna talk about that Munchie B, man. He say he ain't too much feeling people reporting that content over there on Aunt Hefe. Now, y'all know if this was going on anywhere else, man, them guys would be reporting on it, but due to the fact that it's close to home, them guys be like, no. And it ain't looking too good for the homie, to be real with you. But, man, we gonna see what Dogface got to say real quick, man. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. Get this thing right here into the algorithm, man. Go check Dogface out, man. I think he do some cussing. Y'all know he go crazy on IG, man. But hold on, man. We gonna start it off on... We can't start it off on the Ben 10 situation. We gonna start it off straight on this Boosie situation. But let's get ahead and get into it, man. After they hit me, you know. Y'all know what time it is when my boy Dogface tap that scream though, man.
Bring your ass to the front of the congregation, bro. Now, this is one of the kind of situations where, as your big brother, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Hey, Walker, the reason why I'm upset about this shit is because you've been making mistake after mistake after mistake with these hoes and with this pimping, with this P shit. And the general public has been allowing you to make these mistakes because you've been so popular when it comes to rap. But when it comes to this P shit, you got this shit all wrong. You couldn't have never read no motherfucking Iceberg Slim book on no down and going book. You could have never watched the Mac of Uptown Saturday.
Dogface going off already, man. I'm trying to get this monetization though, boy, because he is not playing. Y'all already see he straight on Sauce Walker. I thought this was the Boosie, man, but we gonna run that Boosie one next though, because he goes in on Boosie too. But that right there, I seen the footage. Did y'all see that footage of that Boosie hitting that man? Well, allegedly, because I didn't actually see Boosie. I just seen Boosie back there sitting looking like he was mad, mean mugging somebody, man. But somebody got smacked right the dome. Let's keep it going though, man. I'm trying to get this monetization, dog. You know, Dogface don't care. He gonna go crazy, man. But he is going off on Sauce Walker, man. Sauce Walker supposed to be keeping it player. But I heard Drake that, you know, I slid through the spot of the baby mama that made him go crazy, go out there on a limb about Drake, bro. It's crazy work.
Hey, Knight, you don't know who Max Julian is? You ain't ever been to the Bay Area where they invented this blade, putting the bitch on the blade shit at? What the fuck is you doing? You done made a whole series of mistakes. First mistake is this here. Listen, before we even get to that, let me show you this right here. And then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna give you the lesson. I ain't gonna spank you like I wanna spank you, but you must be put in front of the congregation. So before I do that, just watch this shit right here. Shooting at it. Shoot at it. My baby will be in a couple of minutes late, my man. Oh, man, you niggas have seen. This lady coming in with more money we ever seen. This nigga over here. Hey, gangster shit. Did you see that? That is a clip from one of the most classic hood movies ever created. Did you just see that? Now that is an you had this pimp down pat. But I knew something was wrong when you started putting babies in holes. And then the white holes is that, hey, Walker, all pimps know you can't buy holes. All pimps know that you don't, white holes, bro, listen, when you get white holes in those things, them holes is for money purposes only. You don't stick your dick in the white holes, bro. Them holes is workhorses. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. You know, and then you start putting babies in holes. You got a baby in this hole, small hole, and you put a baby in the other hole. You put babies in white holes. And when I say hole, I don't mean a woman of loose moral compass. I mean hoes who sell pussy for real, or at least sell the illusion of selling pussy. Don't put no babies in no holes like that. They're white holes. And you can test. You want your mama at home.
No, Face is not playing with Sauce Walker, man. Sauce Walker, is he going out bad, man? I want to get to the Sauce Walker part, man, because dog is losing right here. We gonna run it back, though. We gonna let him talk this talk. Just trying to.
You just saw that clip that I just showed you. Hey, listen, Walker, the rules is you don't put no, you fucking these hoes raw, and you put babies in these hoes. You supposed to kick that bitch to the side. So you make multiple stages. You pillow talk with these hoes, you put babies in these hoes, you acting like you a pimp, but you love on these hoes. You're raw on the hoes, you kiss these hoes in the mouth, you take these hoes to your confidence, these hoes get access to your paperwork, your bank account, they get access to your conversation, they know what you've been talking about, you pillow talking with the hoes. That's a violation of the pimp game right there. You're putting babies in the hoes. Them hoes is like mules, oxes. Them hoes is the world. That's it. You put babies in white hoes. No. And then you lose your sight, or you ain't even had games in a white hole and be a white boy today. As soon as a white hole gets mad and get frustrated, as soon as she gets jealous, angry, upset with you, she gonna go right to the lawman. That's what white bitches do.
Black bitches do the same thing, man. Yeah, you on the radio show. With the mandatory, that bitch lied.
Now, I want y'all to let me know, is Dogface speaking fact when he's talking about this right here? Is my boy Sauce Walker tender, man, and he playing like he just so peed up? Or is he really pimped out? He just got caught up with one of these bad things, you know?
Disappointed you because you won't know better than this. I don't know how they gonna claim out this motherfucking thing, and then about 4 or 5 things you did wrong, but here's the biggest thing. You on the phone with the hoe. You already know the hoe is broke bad. And the hoe begged you into admitting that you didn't get the black hole. So you done told on the black holes out of anger and frustration, because we can hear your level of anger in the phone conversation with the bitch. You mad and frustrated because she done embarrassed you with a motherfucker who had a problem with. We get it, we understand. But when a bitch say, oh, you already handled me, you already put your hands on me, you already did this, man, that's just
fucking looting. Niggas gonna play Loot Simulator all fucking game. God damn. Niggas don't want no smoke.
telling you ain't read Horse Son. I'm telling you ain't read no Iceberg Slim. I'm telling you. I'm telling you ain't listening to Too Short. I'm telling you. And then on top of all this shit, the bitch made you into a conversation where she gets you to admit that you done got the black bitches, your black baby mamas, and your black hoes to jump on this. You basically just admitted that you done put a hair on a bitch, and you done admitted who did it. So you done took your black hoes and threw your black hoes under the bus because you mad, angry, and upset with this white bitch, because this white bitch done broke bad and chose to take over you. Hand me your pimp card. Go pull up your car insurance bill right now. I'm serious. Go look at it. Because what I'm about to tell you can save you hundreds. So I found this website. And look at the difference. $159 a month. I thought this was the best price I could find. Don't even look anywhere else.
This rapper just opened up, and what he said is a warning all artists need to hear. Love Flow, a popular rapper from Chicago with ties to Lil Durk, has just detailed exactly why he abandoned his successful music career. According to him, he reached a point where he was left with only two choices: go against everything he stood for to gain it all, or walk away with his soul intact. He claims that after rejecting the ultimate deal for success, the industry refused to leave him alone. They tried coming for him by using those closest to him. He now believes he has become a target and is speaking out to tell the world exactly why he had to leave the industry behind.
And that's what a lot of y'all rappers do. A lot of y'all rappers that want to be rappers and stuff like that, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into for y'all want to be famous and want to be rappers, man. Because once you reach a certain peak in life, they gonna come after you.
Lud Flow is a Chicago-based rapper who has collaborated with Lil Durk and many other big rappers. He has hundreds of millions of streams across all his songs. This isn't some guy off the street just talking about stuff he doesn't know. This man had both feet in the industry and saw real tangible success. But according to Lud, when he got to a certain level in the industry, things quickly took a sinister turn. He claimed that while his talent and viral songs got him through the door, he was eventually expected to join an exclusive group if he wanted to climb the industry stairs. According to Lud, they approached him with an offer most people in this position would find hard to refuse. They would make him a superstar, but they wanted something in return. And it wasn't just his master recordings. Lud claims they wanted him to sign the ultimate deal that would forever compromise him.
When I first started rapping, they tried to initiate me in the cult. I turned them down. They want no power. And then since then, they've just been attacking me. They've been targeting me, targeting my family, targeting everybody around me.
This is a story we constantly hear from many artists who have left the industry for one reason or another. They always claim the industry wanted something from them that they refused to give. Now, some people see this as just a disgruntled artist whose career didn't turn out like they wanted it. But that's the thing. This was an artist with real motion, not someone bitter about a career that never took off. Just look at his YouTube catalog. His music videos have
some fucking bullshit, nigga.
And this is
what's the point of Smoke then?
According to Lud, after achieving his moderate success, he was allegedly blocked from going any further unless he joined this inner circle. He paints this group as almost the industry decision makers. If you're not with them, you can't reach the top.
A lot of y'all rappers too. A lot of y'all rappers that want to be rappers, stuff like that, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into for y'all want to be famous and want to be rappers, man. Because once you reach a certain peak in life, they gonna come after you. And everybody don't be with it, you know. Everybody don't live like everybody don't want that. Everybody don't care to be, you know what I'm saying? See, a lot of these people do anything to be rich, do anything for money, do anything for a name, do anything to be somebody. I never was that kind of person. That's why I disappeared for so long.
This is an idea that researchers have believed for a long time now. It's believed the industry operates like a structured hierarchy where those at the top choose who gets to join them up there. Lud makes it sound like this concept could be what's actually happening. But while this is already concerning, what he claims they did to him for refusing the offer makes everything much worse. He alleges that once he rejected the deal, they compromised the people around him to use them against him. He believes they got to his inner circle, made them join their group, and then utilized them to control him.
My friends, they fell for it. They sold well. They compromise everybody around me, really. My family, all my cousins, my friends, chicks I deal with, everybody. Like, I go in certain restaurants, my food. And I got documents, I got all this documented. I got videos, I got everything. They follow me around there where I go. Tap my phone. When I first started rapping, I had millions of views. I was doing millions of views a day. No labels, no nothing. They ain't had the pages. I never signed the pages. You say that. I was doing millions of views every day. No label, nothing. And I brought all these people along with me. A lot of the people that was with me, they didn't start with me. I met them along the way, and I just said, all right, cool, I brought them with me.
This was very interesting to me because researchers always talk about the idea of industry controllers who are
get the fuck out of here, nigga.
It's believed they're basically tasked with guiding the artist in the direction the higher-ups want without them ever knowing. This is exactly what Lut's comments here reminded me of. He's basically saying that because the industry couldn't get him directly, they had to go through his inner circle to still have some influence over him. He also alleges this was the exact moment things started to get serious for him. He claims he began feeling like forces outside of his control were working against him for refusing to join the system, also stating that he only began to recognize these attacks once he started questioning everything around him and looking deeper into what was really happening.
The car accidents, that wasn't normal. Those attacks. When I got in the car accident and broke my wrist, broke my jaw, God was protecting me from things that I didn't even know I was being protected from, man. I didn't even know until the attack was over. I didn't even know, like, the things that I'd have survived in life, I didn't even know. God was protecting me.
Now, there are several other claims Ludfo made that I've kept out of this YouTube version for obvious reasons. In other parts of this video, he explicitly names this exclusive group and reveals exactly what they wanted from him. If you have been following this channel, you already know the exact group I'm talking about. There is an extended uncut version to this video featuring these
fucking God.
available on Patreon right now. So if you want to watch that, you can find the link in the description and in the comment section. Now, what Ludfo said about how they infiltrated his entourage is important for upcoming artists. He claims that when he first started, he was completely independent and pulling in millions of views a day without a major label. He was handling his own businesses and taking his own booking calls, but he alleges that people around him convinced him to bring on a specific manager, claiming he didn't have time to handle it all himself.
My friends, people I thought was my friends, they introduced me to this guy. Like, yeah, he'd be a good manager for you. He'd be a good manager for you.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
I used to take my own phone calls. When I used to get booked and everything, people used to call me. I used to take my own calls. Like yeah. Now I book my own shows and everything, my phone. I have my phone number up and everything, and they would call me for my phone show. So they're like, man, you ain't got time for that, woo-woo. So they talk me into letting this guy better. G1, Mozzie, that's his name, G1 Mozzie.
More than 35 years ago, my wife Ultima and I started our firm with the simple goal to fight for.
This is how he claims they were allowed to plant their industry controller into his crew. According to Lou, this was the moment they got inside his circle. Once this management was in place, the control over his career began to shift.
Good legendary pack, chat. Shotgun pack 2. PK?
He even claims his former management manipulated the system to steal his royalty checks and put his original music rights in their own name illegally. But the most concerning tactic he detailed is how the industry handles artists who refuse to stay quiet. Lute alleges that they are actively trying to destroy his credibility by paying people to paint him as mentally ill.
Friends working against me, my family working against me. Everywhere I go, and they want me to sing, they want me to look crazy. They want me to get on here and sound crazy, y'all, but this is really what's going on.
According to him, this is a calculated move. If they can convince the public that he is crazy, then no one will believe him when he exposes what the industry really is doing behind closed doors. Ludfo also details how the industry manufactures opposition against artists who won't comply. In the video, he addresses the sudden rise of hate and friction from the industry he faced when he rejected their offer. He alleged that none of this was organic. According to him, the industry actively recruited haters and paid people. of the individuals who suddenly had a problem with him couldn't even explain why they were mad, leading him to believe that the opposition was entirely scripted by those working against him.
I had paying people to go against me and everything. Like, I ain't never, a lot of these people that's against me, I never had like a personal issue, like a real problem with these people. Like, a lot of people that's against me, you can't ask them why they don't like me or they ain't gonna have an answer for you. They ain't gonna have an answer for you. All this going on, ripping.
This total isolation and manipulation is what ultimately led him to his disappearance. He claims that management tricked everyone from his early videos into chasing the money, leaving him completely surrounded by compromised individuals. Because he refused to do whatever it takes for fame, he alleged he had to step away from the internet completely to protect himself. Now, at the end of the day, it's up to you to believe him or not. Clearly, he didn't provide any actual proof to validate his claims. This is just his account of what he alleged he experienced in the music industry. Obviously, not every artist has the same experience, but it seems like many do. That's why I decided to listen to his claims, because it mirrors what we keep hearing from many other artists. Whether you believe there's a darker side to the industry, or it's just the cold world of corporate business, many artists feel the same way. They describe feeling devalued by the system. They go from being independent artists to a musical brand sold by a corporation. They lose their identity, their sense of control, and their freedom. While Love describes the situation as much more intense, it reflects his exact same idea. What happens to these artists when they sign on the dotted line? Recently, I covered 2 different movies that tackled this exact same theme. They seem to tell the story he is describing to a T. In the movie American Satan, a rock band signs the exact same type of deal that he claims he rejected. When they take the deal, they become superstars on top of the world, but the entity that gave them everything starts to use them to push his agenda. This is when the rock band starts performing with his branding behind them, and eventually, the figure demands the unthinkable. The same theme appears in Jennifer's Body, where the price of fame is far more literal and far more sinister. So if you want to see how lewd claims are directly mirrored in a movie, watch this video right now. If you want to watch the uncut Patreon version of this video, the link is in the description. When you join, you get this video and over 60 other exclusive videos. Another way to support the channel is to subscribe so you don't miss any of these important breakdowns. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Store but not sure what to do next? With managed WooCommerce hosting from Hostinger, you can skip the complex setup process and get straight to business. It's e-commerce hosting, but with more. Quickly and easily fill your site with search-friendly content and bespoke product descriptions written by our AI content creator. Increase sales and turn visitors into customers thanks to lightning-quick page loading speeds. Plus, there's plenty of room to grow whether you've got one product, hundreds, or thousands. With a 99.9% uptime guarantee, you can relax knowing your store will be serving customers for you 24 hours a day. And it will be protected by the latest security tools, automatic backups, and updates. Try it in complete confidence with our 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you ever need help, our expert support is available 24/7. Trusted by millions of website owners worldwide. Go to hostinger.com/e-commerce to get started. Hostinger. 3, 2, online.
It's been a long time coming, but what you gon' do?
Today, on Rap Legend, Pooh Shiesty's father released on bond.
To understand, now Pooh Shiesty daddy slick. Yeah.
Lil Durk faces new charges.
Durk allegedly him and THL Zoo paid a witness $75,000.
Ben 10 may not walk over.
Ben 10 in a wheelchair. It's the same nigga that laughed when niggas died. It's the same nigga that troll niggas.
Was Ray J's fight staged?
This how y'all know that shit real. I'm gonna put this in the thing. Look at his head before he got hit with that punch. The knot was already there.
Welcome to Rap Dish, where we expose the industry and its tricks. I swear to God, well, mama, stop playing with me. Welcome to Rap That Shit, where we expose the industry and its tricks. I swear to God, my mama, stop playing with me. It's been a long time coming, but what you gon' do? Stop playing with me. Listen, we got a lot to unpack today.
He's fucking retarded, gang.
Right? My problem. But I'm back. And I'm back.
Why the fuck you got 3x on it?
Internet chat. But listen, I gotta pay some bills, right? And listen, y'all probably need to pay some bills too. I don't know if y'all heard of a bank called Current. But listen, I got it right now, right? This bank is really good. It's really useful. The main reason is that if you got a job and get approved, you can get up to $750 before you get your check. I mean, I gotta finish this out right now. Hold on. Let me finish this out, man. Cause with Currents, they got features like paycheck advance, free overdraft. They build credit card.
Hey, Meta. Suggest a advance into leadership with a BS in the.
This movie. Movie showed that.
Charles? Learn from history. Women don't want to see your fish.
Oh.
That's how dark the pursuit of fame actually is. In Jennifer's Body, a failed rock band trying to make it big discovers a solution that promises everything they've ever wanted. The only catch is, they must commit an unthinkable act to seal the deal. If they want the rock star life, they must pay for it with the life of another. Jennifer's Body shows us why fame turns so many into monsters. By the end of this video, you will see exactly what this movie is trying to warn us about. In Jennifer's Body, two friends go to a local bar to watch an unknown band perform. While there, Jennifer becomes completely enamored by the lead singer, and she can't stop staring at him. Out of nowhere, the bar erupts in flames, and everyone struggles to get out. Luckily, the two girls manage to escape through a bathroom window. When they make it outside, the band is waiting for them. They seem solely interested in Jennifer. They invite her to hang out and join them for a night of fun. She goes into their van, and what happens next is truly terrifying. The band members drive her to a secluded location in the middle of the woods. They begin preparing her for something. When Jennifer questions why they're doing this, the group tells her the truth. They are a failed rock band, desperate to make it at any cost. After finding a dark ceremony that promises to make them stars, they agree to do the unthinkable, make a ritual offering of a virgin to a dark entity. Because the band assumed she was a virgin, they thought she was a pure sacrifice. But Jennifer lied when she was asked and wasn't one. Now the ritual still worked, and the band ended up becoming massive stars. But because Jennifer wasn't a virgin, she didn't just pass on. Her body became possessed by a dark entity. While possessed, she became a succubus who needs to feed on people to sustain herself. She starts picking off her classmates one by one, using her beauty to lure them in. While the band did become massive stars, they created a monster that in the end consumed them all. This movie operates on a much deeper level, grounding its entire plot in an ancient music folklore. Chances are you have all heard the legend of Robert Johnson and the Crossroads. The legend claims that Robert Johnson was a failed artist who dreamed of being a blues star but just lacked the talent. Most people who heard him play said he was utterly terrible, but one day, that all changed. The story goes that Robert Johnson went down to the crossroads with his guitar. There, he was met by a mysterious figure who made him an offer he couldn't refuse. According to the legend, this figure took Johnson's guitar, tuned it, and handed it back. When Robert played it, he was no longer an unskilled amateur. He had been transformed into a
Oh my
master
fucking
guitarist.
god, nigga.
Soon, Robert became known as the best blues player to ever live. But the legend ended in tragedy when he mysteriously passed away shortly after. It is said that the figure he met at the crossroads was a dark entity to whom Johnson gave his soul for success. The entity made him a legend, but in return, it claimed his life. This is the exact story.
So all these bitch ass niggas do is fucking run, gang.
That lacked the talent to make it big. They
Can't play
discovered
this shit no
dark
more.
ritual, and after completing it, they became massive
Nigga
stars.
starts the fight
Just
and
like
runs
Robert
all the way across the
Johnson,
fucking map.
the entity eventually came back to collect.
God damn.
This movie shows us how dark the pursuit of fame actually is, but more importantly, it shows us exactly how industry plants are made. Think about it. This band had no real fans, no industry connections, and barely any real talent. But after they performed the ritual, they became massive stars overnight. They
That's
got the
insane
record
as
deal,
well,
the
so-
streaming fans, and everything else that comes with it. They didn't earn it with their talent. They bought it with a soul. This perfectly mirrors the modern concept of an industry plant. We constantly see artists who lack talent blow up out of nowhere. One day to the next, they have unlimited fans, record labels begging to sign them, and endless wealth. Their music is forced on the public until the masses are conditioned to be fans. The band in the movie was a perfect example of an industry plant, and the film is showing us that a dark entity was the true power behind their manufactured success. This idea of artists being granted success after an ultimate deal has always stood out to me in this movie. I find it truly interesting because we constantly see the same story pop up in so many music videos and songs. When you actually watch some of these videos, the story is virtually identical to what is told here. We just talked about this in my American Satan breakdown. That movie also featured a desperate band making an ultimate
Blubbering Cave with Liberty Liberty. It's bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take. What do you want me to say? The line. Say the line. Oh, that's easy.
How do you do that?
Come check out these live, man. She's crazy. Oh my god, did you see that? Oh my god, you see that?
Oh my god, did you see
This is absolutely wild. This is quite literally the mark of the beast. This is how you would go from human to non-human. I don't know about you, but I feel like looking in his eyes, I could see like no soul. Like, where'd the soul go? I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head, but I just feel like something feels off here. It's very, very alarming.
Bro, what
And
the
once you
fuck
get
is
this,
wrong?
there's no going back. Whatever incentives they try to push out to get you
What's
to
the jump
get
button
this, you
down
guys
there?
be smarter. Be smarter. This is the mark of the beast.
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
Dude, he's fucking retarded, bro.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Is it? I was able to do it, and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home and...
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had. It's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip, yeah.
So I'm curious about the device itself. You know, the actual. How long did it take you to get used to it?
It was a process, you know, it took a few months to really get comfortable with it, but now it's just part of me in my head.
Can you show us?
Can you show me with right here? So the future is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do so much more.
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on a whole different timeline. This is far from normal. Are we in an alternative universe? It's very rare that I'm speechless.
What the fuck?
However, at the pace that things are accelerating, it's getting difficult to keep in track of all of this. So here you have a man who got a portion of his skull cracked out and replaced with the Neuralink.
Oh my God, I'm scared as
You
fucking
can clearly
days,
look at
man.
this individual and his eyes are going blank. They're changing colors. There's nothing there. Lights on, no one home. It really looks like something off a sci-fi film. Everything you see is 100% real. And I'm a little bit flabbergasted at this one. And of course, they're incentivizing people to go get this Neuralink, and they're telling people that they will be able to have superpowers. You know, not too long ago, Trump said some of the technology will give people Christ-like abilities. That's what he said, word for word. One of these alleged abilities is to be able to move objects with your mind. Another ability will be, they're saying that you could, and this is all alleged, but this is what I'm hearing, they're saying that you will be able to program certain muscle memory. Example, your favorite NBA player's jump shot. They said you will be able to program Steph Curry's jump shot, Michael Jordan's jump shot into your muscle memory. They're talking about having the ability to be able to read minds. Of course, there's people who have spinal cord damage, paraplegics. They're basically saying they will be able to walk. People who lost limbs will be able to use artificial limbs with the technology in their mind to be able to move objects or operate these limbs. So the future is here. Are we ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? What does the Bible say about all of this? What does the Most High say about the time that we're in right now? We got to talk about it, man. As always, we give up nothing but the truth. So as you enter the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that y'all get the likes up. And as you view this broadcast, make sure you stay nothing short of interactive. Let's get to it.
It takes time, dedication, and the right support to achieve your best self. The Vitamin Shops health enthusiasts are here to...
We're not finna line ourselves up with these weirdos and freaks. These weirdos and freaks.
What's poppin', everybody? I see Dublin Fitzpatrick in the building. Aaron Thompson, what's happening? Tania's in the house. I see y'all. Ronald Thompson, Susan, y'all 144. Golden C is in the building. Mike Davis is in the house. Alicia Lopez. Nika Soul Palace is in the building. Amy Brown is in the house. Y'all, they trying to push this mark of the beast. That's exactly what the Neuralink is. And they're really trying to package this thing up as something that's just innovative and cool and something that is, next level. And I feel like a lot of the youth will gravitate towards this Neuralink. And of course, they got other ways of promoting and pushing it to those outside of the tech world as well. Especially when some type of digital assets are attached to it. So we got to talk about this. This thing has become a spectacle online. We got some viral footage going around. Of course, we got to talk about this. We got this gentleman here who has been roaming the streets, who just received the Neuralink.
A Neuralink device that's implanted under my skin?
What is that? What advantages do you have?
I can't really say.
Can you predict those?
I can't really say.
You want us to put those in our brain and then do what you want? You could type in whatever you want, your little prompt. I'm not a human anymore. I am now a... 3 words. Satan is desperate.
Yup, and all those who are believers in the word, we already know what time it is. The book of Revelations tell us that he will cause all, small and great, free and bond, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that they may not be able to buy or sell, save they have the mark. So they're already implanting people. They've finally got a test dummy, a crash dummy, if you will. And it had to be a brother, it had to be a brother because, immediately they definitely want our people to gravitate towards this because, we stay away from stuff like that. We're a little bit too suspicious of this type of stuff. So they had to get a brother to do it. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Most of us are not going to get involved in that. We don't know where this gentleman comes from. We don't know if he's some type of CIA plant. We don't know if he was raised in some type of Project Monarch, MK Ultra, butterfly program. We don't know. And they just kind of, used him to, promote this to the public. We don't know. All we know is this. We're living in a time that's just absolutely satanic. And they're putting it out there right in our faces. Straight up.
It's getting really weird. This is a man who just got the Neuralink chip in the side of his head to control a mouse. Take a look at this.
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. I was able to do it and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home and...
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had. It's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip, yeah.
So I'm curious about the device itself, the actual... How long did it take you to get used to it?
It was a process, it took a few months to really get comfortable with it, but now it's just part of me in my head.
Can you show us?
Can you show me with right here? So the future is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do so much more.
I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, where there were just things that you had to learn. Even though someone can smile and tell you everything is good, you want to try this. Me and my boys would look, appreciate it though. And go to school. In my opinion, that don't look great.
Rewrite real quick with AI in Acrobat Studio. Select any text from your PDF, keep it short and snappy, or make it more thorough. Edit it right in your PDF. Adobe Acrobat Studio.
And I'm not going against nobody else. All I'm saying is it's not adding up with the benefit of humanity without another agenda behind it. A deeper, more insidious that aligns with the scriptures in the Bible about the end times with the mark of the beast in your hand or in your forehead. In your head. In your head. In your head. Use your head. This doesn't mean that at all, you guys. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying this just because he's a black man and you get a black man just to say it's cool. The entire world will be more influenced because a black man holds power to say something is good. As a test subject, no, not at all. Not at all. In fact, if I seen him in person, I would have a conversation. We would have to go over some things. And I'm sure that we would have some good communication. Now, as for me and as for you, this is not saying that we should avoid this like the plague. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying avoid any type of digital imprint of someone's coding that you have not overseen to be imputed into your body that could potentially alter the very course of your destiny and permanently shut you out of the gates of heaven. I'm not saying that at all. What did we learn? Let's get it really weird.
Listen, that man's soul is in the abyss already. And whatever's left of him is in a sunken place, inside of his body. He's pretty much compartmentalized inside of his own consciousness, trapped inside a computer chip, controlled by algorithms and frequencies. Now, I want y'all to consider this. What type of torture he's really going through, because he can't just tell you what he's going through. More than likely, they're programming his dreams. They're probably advertising in his dreams. I'm pretty sure there's some voice-to-skull technology going on. He's probably being tormented and can't even say nothing. Imagine being tormented, going through hell on earth, but you gotta smile. Because your body has muscle, some type of muscle memory or some coding that makes you smile while you are dying and burning inside. He could be full of pain and we don't even know it. And he's putting a smile on his face. That's how deep the rabbit hole goes, y'all. This is alarming. Now, mind you, he's the first test subject, first human test subject. You know, the scriptures tell us in Romans 12:2, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You know, it ain't no more renewing his mind. He has conformed to the world completely. Because guess what? The battle ultimately is over the mind. The world wants to do what? Shape your thinking. If you put something in your brain, it's going to shape your thinking. So believers are constantly told in Scripture to guard their minds, remain spiritually anchored. We're told that all through the Bible. So what happens when you just let something in your brain that don't belong there? It is some crazy stuff going on with this one, y'all. It is And yes, this is real.
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Is it? I was able to do it, and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home and...
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things.
That's how they're going to try to push it. So people who are disabled and things of that nature. But really, y'all got to understand, this is transhumanism. This is straight up biometrics and automation merged within a human, in a human specimen. That's what this is. And for this person to be the first subject, this just caused a complete paradigm shift. It shows you just how much they're ready to accelerate the Neuralink. I believe, actually not even I believe, they are, it has just been announced that they are in the process of mass production of that chip that's in that guy right there. Mass production is out there.
Still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have. It's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip, yeah.
So I'm curious about the device itself, you know, the actual, how long did it take you to get used to it?
It was a process, you know, it took a few months to really get comfortable with it, but now it's just part of me, in my head.
Can you show us?
Can you show me with right here? So,
it's a real creep show. It is getting diabolically strange.
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
All right, we've seen that one. Hold on.
For everybody with the eye to see and the ear to hear, we already know it's expression. Trump is a puppet. He is a puppet. The people behind the scenes are the ones calling the shots. ICE is doing nothing but rounding up test dummies. This is nothing but a laboratory. And we are being used as experiments. While you're talking about everything that doesn't matter, the Golden Dome Project is currently being built. Infrastructure is being worked on. And if you don't know what the Golden Dome Project is, look it up. Look it up. Elon Musk and Trump doing their thing. Neuralink, mass production, started in January this month, 2026. The reason why ICE allegedly is ganging up all of these immigrants. New World Order. Project Blue Beam. They have already released the Stargate documents. This is old. They have had this technology that can penetrate your electromagnetic field to make it to where your thoughts are no longer your own. If you do not have the eye to see and the ear to hear, and you can't differentiate your voice from another, you get where that's going? They already gave a warning about people seeing demons and giving it demon-based syndrome as a name. They already told you with 3-Eye Atlas, aliens is a thing. Area 51, they've been in codes. They've been dropping the breadcrumbs. It's up to you to pick them up. The more you know, the more you know. Yeah. Fair?
Okay, so she just threw a whole lot at y'all all at once. You know, she named a lot of different programs that's being used. I want to simplify what she's talking about here. And you know, she's on point with what she's saying. It's just that, you know, the way she's delivering it, she's hitting you with all angles. And there's a couple of allegedlys in there, you know. Now, whether ICE is gathering people for test subjects or not, you know, we cannot clarify that at all. We can't verify that. However, what we do know is ICE was given billions of dollars for technology. You know, they were given billions of dollars for surveillance. ICE was. So, for whatever reason, ICE will be a part of this new world order. And, you know, they will more than likely be the ones who are rounding up the people that they have, you know, in their surveillance tapes. Whoever they have data on, more than likely they will be coming after said people. You know, now whether it's being used for immigration or not, I doubt it. I mean, you got rid of all of the immigrants. We don't have no immigrants in America. It ain't nobody waiting outside of Home Depot no more. You know, most people who speak Spanish they're afraid to speak Spanish in public nowadays. The immigrant issue, it seemed to be something that's been solved. But ICE is being used, for sure, for certainly. And now you got the rise of these data centers.
Stop calling them data centers. Call them what they actually are. Mass surveillance centers. It's true. What do you think this is about? Getting you faster, like, internet or some shit? This is what it is. The data centers are to surveil you. They will be hooked up to the Palantir system, if they already are, I'm sure. It's supposed to connect all our cars, all our houses, all our devices, all our TVs, all your dishwashers. They got freaking smart toilets, smart fridges that read the barcodes of all the food you eat. They got smart meters, which collect all your data out of your house anyway. They're building a big smart grid to control you, not to make you safe or cool or good. Now, I don't know about you, but when you figure that out, and you find out the amount of money, effort, and energy they put into making sure our pineal glands are calcified and that we're full of fluoride, I think it's quite the notable act of rebellion to detox and boost your system naturally. And right now, Chalk is giving away free $100 bags of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which stimulates stem cell production. Plus,
listen, the Bible tells us, this is an important scripture here, and it's Isaiah 8 and 12. It says, "Say ye not, a confederacy to all them to whom this people shall say, a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread." See, the reason why a lot of people are going to fall for the mark of the beast and go line up to go get it, yeah, most of the people you know, brothers and sisters, are going to get the mark of the beast. And the reason they're going to do that is because of fear. Because people are going to panic, people are going to speculate, people are going to become so consumed by fear at the thought of losing civil liberties and luxuries, they're going to line up to go get it. And once they do, they're never going to be the same again. They're never going to be the same again. But I know you brothers and sisters have been up to speed. One in the chats, if you ain't getting nothing implanted in you. Matter of fact, put 2 ones in the chat if you're not getting none of these V words that they're going to be coming out with either. Because you're going to rely on the Most High. You're going to take care of your health and do the things you got to do to combat some of the,
The backlog is crazy.
terrorism that these maniacs are doing. But it is getting real in the battlefield.